I'm going to move this tab over here. No, not there. Here. There you go, bro. And then here, I'm going to go to view more. And then I'm going to turn on this light. So I don't need this light on. And turn on that one. And I know my chair is here for today because one of the wheels keeps coming out. And I'm gonna take this cup and this water, put it here, and let me get another bottle of water. Be right back. Be right back. And this for the next couple of hours. And hello everybody. Yes, for those of you who don't know, my name is Danny. That's the name of the channel. Anyway, today I decided I'm gonna just answer comments that I've been letting it pile up for the last couple of months or so. Let me see, what is my oldest comment? Let me go down here. I'm gonna scroll all the way down here. I'm gonna read comments from. Well, I'm not gonna read every comment because I don't know if some people want me to read their comments, especially if they're not favorable comments. So let me see how far back. I had 2 months. Wow, some comments are backed up. Because I used to reply to every single comment. I'll show you in a minute. Some of them, a lot of them are just like, thumbs up type comment. Hey, hello, Radio Friend TV. I hope you're doing well. I follow your, excuse me, my God. I follow your Facebook page today. I saw that you follow my Facebook like page. I also have a Facebook private group if you want to join that. I have a private group because I started my like page a few years ago, but I since a year ago I created a private group, so you can post there too if you want. So on the private group you can post. You can post whatever you want there. You know what I mean? When I say whatever you want, if you have a video you want to post it there, you can post it there for people to watch. So it's a private group, so I have to approve you, and then when I approve you, then you can post in there. Right now I have about 16 members. It's a very small group. Hopefully it'll grow over time because eventually I want to migrate to my private group on Facebook. I do have a like page, and the problem with the like page is that only I can post, and I want people to post on my Facebook group. So that's why I created the Facebook group a year ago. I think it was about almost 2 years now. Anyway, so if you want to join the Facebook group, you can. I will approve you there, and you can post videos there if you want, or anything, any article or whatever you want to post, or any thoughts, whatever. So I followed your like page, Radio Friend. And hello, Martin Fry. I hope I don't butcher your last name. Martin Fry. I'm gonna say Martin Fry or Frey. I'm gonna say Martin Frey. I'm sorry. I don't know if that. And yeah, I just replied to one of your comments, and thank you. You're the one that mentioned about the SH Data E100 when they release the software. So thank you for that. I do also, you made a comment about the, all my cables are somewhere here. That the that I said the Baofeng. It is a Baofeng, by the way. The E100 is a Baofeng K6. It's the same radio. So Franny, okay, Franny. All right. Yeah, all my cables right. Well, they're not all cables. It's just that like an idiot, a couple of nights ago, I was having a beer right here, and I actually spilled the beer on the floor, and the cables are right here, and they got. I need to stop drinking beer near this area because that's not good. You don't want to spill beer and it spills on your keyboard, or worse yet, on your radio. I almost happened. The beer was right. FT991 here, beer was right here. Not a good mix. Where's that cable? The Baofeng cable. Let me look for it. Anyway, let me separate them right here real quick on the chair. So this is the Procom. I mean the Prolific. This is the Prolific. This is not the one to use on the Baofeng. This came with the Baofeng DR1801 UV. So this is not the one for that one. Where's my Baofeng cable? Oh, it's right here. This is the one you use for the E100. Baofeng. I bought this originally from my the Quansheng K6. I use this cable. So let me sit down. I just found the cable. What am I? So anyway, I know you mentioned this. You have a Wuhan or Wuzhan. I can't pronounce these names. Some of them. Wuhan. Anyway, this is for the This is for the K6, the Quansheng. For the E100, it's the same cable. I plugged it in. I this software. It read from the radio. No problem. So next thing I'm gonna do is I need to make a video on how to input the information. So for example, in my case, I'm gonna go on repeater book. I'm gonna copy some of the repeaters or print the paper or print the document out because I can't copy and paste on the software. It allows you to copy and paste. Anyway, this cable has this chip, CH340 chip. There you go. Oh my God, my nose is itchy now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, so CH340 chip is $10 on Amazon. This is the cable you use for the E100 SH data. You can use all the one that you mentioned, Wuhan. Yeah, if you could copy and paste the model, you can put it in the You can put it in the comment, Martin. The cable that I use for the Wuhan, but this is the one I use. As long as it has a CH340 chip. So Baofeng or Bree makes this cable. As long as it has a CH340 chip. So when you plug it in, you go to device manager, you should see USB serial CH340. Okay? So you should be able to see that one. And hello, Chico P Radio 2009. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so the air quality around here is horrible right now. We actually had an alert yesterday for the air quality. Apparently, where there is a couple of fires here in New York City, especially in the parks. Like I believe there's one in Brooklyn. There was a fire in Brooklyn in the I don't know which park it is in Brooklyn. I think it's the Prospect Park. It's a big park in Brooklyn. I believe there was an area where there was because we haven't had much rain in the last few months. So now all the leaves that are coming down, and everything is drying up, the grass and all that, is a potential fire hazard now. So they recommend people not to do barbecues outside. If you're gonna put out a cigarette, please do not throw it in an area where fire can. In other words, put it out safely. Or cigar. Yeah, same thing with yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's all over the yeah, all over the tri-state area. We haven't had much rain in the last few months, so yeah. So Chicopee Radio, yeah, I am under many fire warnings and watches right now. Yeah. So up in Massachusetts, same thing. Yeah. So because we yesterday I walked outside yesterday. I was working in the garage yesterday, and it smells like there's a fire all day. It's you can smell it. It's like a fire. And by the time it got to the evening, it was really strong. So I got my tech. I remember my phone. I got the alert on my phone saying that there's a air quality alert. And a fire alert. So of course, my house is right next to a whole bunch of stuff here. It's a lot of dry leaves all over. I have to go out there later on today. I'm not gonna be on all day today. I'm gonna be on maybe 2 or 3 hours. That's it. I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna clear, especially around my area. I'm gonna clear all these leaves out, because I don't want that stuff nearby. Because God forbid someone parks over there and throws a cigarette butt. That's all it takes. This whole yard will be on fire. So yeah, definitely can't have that. So yeah, so it's air quality is really bad. So I was gonna take the air conditioner out the window today, but I don't want to open that window right now. I'm gonna wait till a couple of days. Yeah, I gotta close the window. See. Right now, I got an air filter next door. I should maybe I should bring it in here in a few minutes and put it right there and let the air filter run. Because yeah, it smells like there's a fire. And I also heard in the Bronx, I think Van Cortlandt Park, there was a fire there too at that park. So yeah, Chicopee Radio, yeah, there was brush fires in Chicopee, Massachusetts already. Yeah, so this is all over. I think even as far as up as Canada, they're having because we didn't have much rain this summer. It was not much rain in the summertime. So now, of course, we're in November now. We're in approaching middle November, and the we haven't had much rain at all. Normally out there, well, right now it's already November, but it was really humid. Not, it's very dry. The air, you could tell it's very dry. The air, very dry. Low humidity. So definitely, all that foliage that's drying up, that's falling, that is a big fire hazard. Because normally when we have some humidity or we get rain, when those leaves fall on the ground, they get wet and they get moist. So it's not much of a concern about fire. However, the fact that we haven't had much rain at all in the last few months, all that stuff that's on the ground now is not only is on the ground, it's just dry. So that's definitely a fire hazard. So yeah, yeah, Chicopee. We haven't. Even here, even the summertime, it wasn't much rain. I know we also have a drought warning. I mean drought watch. Excuse me. We had it for the last few weeks now. We having alert, more like a drought alert. In other words, they started telling people not to waste water. Our reservoirs are at a level where they should not be right now. They should be a lot higher. So we are getting to that point now that they're gonna start imposing restrictions on water usage because you know of course I've been doing my part. I don't try not to waste water, but you know uh, we all got to take a bath somehow. I'll take a shower. Excuse me. In my I'm not gonna go like days and weeks without one. But yeah, it is very yeah, yeah, you have, for example, like this past summer, I didn't water. I normally will spend out there watering my trees and all that. I didn't do that this summer. My wife was like, "Why you not watering the plants all the time?" I said, "No, I just said I'm waiting for rain," and we didn't get much rain. So I noticed that over the summer, like for example, my corn, I grew corn. It didn't yield too well. It didn't. They were very small and they looked pitiful. I didn't get like corn like the way I did a few summers ago. And the peppers were not that big. And I know the tomatoes that we grew, they were not that big. I noticed that over the summer. But I'm thinking, it's gonna rain it. But we didn't have much rain over the summer. So now, of course, into the fall now. You mentioned Chicopee Radio. True, there was no rain in all October and barely got any rain in November. I don't recall any rain so far in November. I don't think we had any rain in November so far. So I know back in March I was getting flooded down here. When I mean flooded, I mean I don't want to sound dramatic because it wasn't like that. I mean, a little water puddle here and there. And I was like, man, we need a break from the rain. But I didn't expect to go from that to a drought. You know, because remember, I was having an issue in the basement. That's why I moved all my stuff upstairs. So, you know, it went from one extreme to another. Remember, back in the spring, we had all this rain. Like in Vermont, they had that record rainfall. I remember we had that record rainfall here in Yonkers. In Yonkers, we had, I remember it was a span of in a week. One day we had up to 8 inches of rain, and then I remember a week before that we had 5 inches in about an hour of rain, which is overwhelming. In 1 hour, a little over an hour, we have 5 inches of rain. That's a lot for 1 hour, and it flooded it overwhelmed the foundation. But remember, at that time, that's another thing. At that time, it was raining every other day for like a month, so the ground was already saturated. So now it's the opposite. Now the ground is very dry now, and even when the wind blows, you see dust and all that. So I was working out there yesterday in the garage, and then we were gonna go out to a party last night. We didn't go out because of car trouble. Yeah, she had a car issue. A car is running fine. It's just that the front end, something's going on with the front end. It looked like somebody hit the car. Somebody hit the car while she had it parked somewhere else, and she didn't know about it. I was like, how can you not notice that the car was anyway? So we didn't go anywhere last night. So I stood home. We stood home last night. I was watching the CFL, the Canadian Football League, the two semifinals. The first one was Montreal Alouettes versus Toronto Argonauts, and Toronto won the first game, the East Final. And then the West Final was Winnipeg versus Saskatchewan. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers versus the Saskatchewan Riders, or the Rough Riders. So Winnipeg won. So the CFL Grey Cup next week is on Saturday. Next week Saturday. So the Grey Cup is gonna be the 111th. They've been around for 111 years now. The Grey Cup. Everybody thinks the Super Bowl is the end all be all, and they've been in 50 plus years. No, the Grey Cup's been around for over 100 years. Canadian football. 111th game of the Grey Cup is going to be played on Saturday. And that's going to be the Toronto Argonauts versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yeah, 111 years, the Grey Cup. So when people think about National Football League, yeah, they've been around for a long time. But the Super Bowl is what, Super Bowl 50. What is it? It's not even Super Bowl 60 yet. And the Grey Cup's been around for over 100 years. 111 years. That next Saturday is the Grey Cup. The 111th Grey Cup. So 111 years, the Grey Cup. The CFL awards the Grey Cup. That's like that's like their Super Bowl. The Grey Cup. It's a big trophy. Looks like the Stanley Cup. Looks like a Stanley Cup, but it's slightly smaller. The Stanley Cup is a big trophy. The hockey trophies are really. I think that's the biggest trophy in all of professional sports. The Stanley Cup, right? I think it pretty much you could say the Stanley Cup is the biggest trophy in professional sports, because the NBA trophy is it's not that big. It's a basketball. The NBA, the World Series trophy is a bunch of flags, is a pennants. The Super Bowl, of course, is a thing with the football on it. But the Grey Cup is big. It's like huge, and it has a cup. It's actually a cup, the Grey Cup. And they put all the teams. Every team that won the Grey Cup, I guess they put they put the team on it and the year, and so it looks like the Stanley Cup, but the base is not as big. The Stanley Cup, you can actually stand it up, and they put it. It's really big. It's huge. The Stanley Cup for hockey, for the National Hockey League. So yeah, it is. It is amazing. I mean, I don't know if you answered me about that, but yeah, 111 years is the Great Cup. So I stood home when I started watching the Great Cup. I mean, the playoff. So next week I'll watch the Great Cup game. I watch it on TSN. I don't have cable, so I watch it through an app. TSN. That's the sports network. They're in Canada. It's like ESPN, but in Canada. So it's going to be on TSN, and it's also going to be on CTV, which is Canadian television. So yeah. We were just talking about that tassel. It's all over the place. Yeah, yeah. We do need some rain. Yeah, we need some rain. Not 5 inches of rain. A little bit at a time. We don't want like a flooding, but yeah, we do need some rain. Yeah, I agree. We do need some rain. Let me enable some. Yeah, exactly. A little bit at a time. Um, I put it on NFL Red Zone. Do they show the CFL there? Did the CFL games yesterday? I think ESPN also. I think ESPN also shows the CFL game. I think they're going to show the CFL game. Well, the next one is the Grey Cup. That's going to be Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It is going to be played in Saskatchewan. In Saskatoon, I believe. No, not Saskatchewan. I think it's British Columbia. I have to check. Grey Cup. Grey Cup. 2024 is going to be. Where would the Grey Cup be played? Let me see. Is it Vancouver? Yeah, Vancouver. Yeah, so the Grey Cup is going to be played in Vancouver, British Columbia on Saturday. The 111th Grey Cup. Yeah. So good afternoon, Tasso. Hello, everybody. Yeah. So I put on NFL Red Zone. Okay. And so hello, Martin. Yeah, I forgot to say hello. I'm sorry. I just commented on your name. Yeah. So you're from Ireland. Okay. Thank you. And thank you, Martin, for telling me about the SH Data E100 when it first released the software. So the software I installed it works well. It looks good. It's very easy to use. Very easy to use software. So I know you recommended the Wuhan. You have the Wuhan cable. I think that's how you pronounce Wuhan or Wushan. So of course, in my case, is the Baofeng cable. Uh, so the E100 is a Baofan K6. I had it on last night. I had it in the boiler room. It sounds very good. All the weather bands sound good. Very good reception on the weather band. Very good radio on the weather band. Definitely very good reception. So I didn't go to I didn't go out anyway. It was really bad, the air quality. Um, because I was working on during the day. I was in the garage and I had the garage open. Ocean. Okay, Ocean. Yeah. Some people say Wushan. All right, Ocean. Or I say Ocean. Yeah. Like Zygu. People say, no, it's not Zygu. It's Shigu. Or Shigu. I said, no, I say Zygu. Whatever. Who cares? So yeah, so definitely so yeah, so anyway, Martin, thank you for that. Let me put that bottle there. I have a mess here. I have to so I was working in the garage yesterday and all I smell all day is smoke. And I'm starting to, like I can't, like in my breathing, it's like okay. So I told him, I said, it's like it smells bad out there. Like I thought it was a local fire. But then when I got the alert on my phone saying that it's an air quality alert because there's fires all over the area, I said, okay, now this is bad. And I have a lot of trees here and dry leaves and all that. I have to clear that area out, get it away from the house. Because normally I wait another week or so before I start clearing out all the leaves. I put it in trash bags and I put it on the trash. So, and tomorrow there's no school here. My son doesn't have school tomorrow. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, so if whatever I don't finish today, I'll do it tomorrow. I do have to clear out a whole bunch of leaves. I see Corsica. I need to get Corsica. I'm down to four more European countries, and I'll get the Master of Europe for the QRZ. So let me get to this thing. I'm gonna be answering. Well, I already answered your question, Martin. Every once in a while, I'm gonna do this. Of course, thank everybody. Thank you for the comments. When you leave comments on my video, I used to post right afterwards. Like I will post when people leave comments, I try to post it in when I have time. Before I when I don't want to say when I didn't get that many comments, I try to answer comments, every single comment. Of course, lately it's just been crazy. I let comments pile up for a couple of months now. So what I'm gonna do every once in a while, one of my live streams, I'm gonna dedicate it to answering comments from you guys. So since Martin is here, thank you. He had posted comments, so I'm already I already answered his comment and I thanked them. So, but other people out there, like when you leave a comment, I'm gonna try to answer it on a live stream. So let me look at a few right here. I'm going back, and it's been I let it pile up for a couple of months. Actually, basically, my oldest comment that I have not answered is 3 months. Okay, so and a lot of these are just thumbs up. So those are just those I just gotta write thank you, thank you. Okay, so 3 months. Okay, somebody wrote congratulations on my QRZ Continents of the World Awards. So thank you, Rose Cat W underscore 21. And Miggy also congratulated me. Okay, so let's move up here. So Royal Howard 2882 wrote, excellent video as usual. Thank you for posting this. And this is about the SAZ D220. Did you get it? No, I have not got it up. It's right there. It's still right there. I have not been to the roof. I'm gonna wait till next spring. I still need to clean it. The clear stream is behind me. I need to not that one. That's a single one. The double one is over here. Anyway, that one I need to. There's a couple of wing nuts. I need to take it out, and They're very rusty. So I need to replace those with new ones or clean those, because I believe that those wing nuts, since they're so rusty, electronically, I don't know if that's a word. I believe that's where the signal is not going all the way through because it's so rusty, the wing nut, that it makes the contact between the element and there's a balance. So there's a wing nut right there. Now that whole area is rusty. So I need to sand that down and make sure there's a contact there. And I think that's a problem with that also. So I'm not putting that one up there anytime soon. Yeah. So no school tomorrow for you. Yeah, yes, it's a national holiday. Uh, glut gluttonite. Okay, gluttonite. 3 months ago. He made a comment about the SH data D220. I would like a comparison between this and the D219. Um, I don't think I would want to compare the two because it's two different radios. The D219 is more. I don't have the D219 down here. The D219 is. I'm gonna say if you're gonna pick between the D220 and the D219, D219 is much better. It's a much better radio. That is a pot that I don't have it here. The D220. Let me bring it over here. D220. It's right there in the boiler room. Let me just bring it over here. Might as well bring in all three of these radios because at some point I'm going to talk about them in the comments. Yeah. So this is the D2. This is the D2. This is the D220, and he wanted to compare the D219 to the D219. Is a much better radio. Uh, it has a bigger shortwave. This one only has one shortwave band, and it's very truncated. The lowest is 5.6 to 22 megahertz. So definitely the D219 is much better radio. It has more range. It has a lot more range on shortwave. It is much easier to tune on shortwave because it has 4 bands on shortwave, I believe. So there's more you can tune on the 219 than this one. This one you only have that 1 band, and you can easily skip stations. So I wouldn't even compare the two. The D219 is a much better radio than the D220. I mean, this is just a pocket radio. By the way, the D219 can be a pocket radio because it is small. But if you're going to compare the two, it's not even close. The D219 is a much better radio than this radio. Okay? So I hope that answers your question. Gluttonite. Funny name there. Gluttonite. And hello, Matthew. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I know. I don't want to talk about the Yankees and all that. The better team won. Dodgers are the world champions. And you know what? They deserve it. So, yeah. So there you go. Royal Howard 2882. Excellent video as usual. Thank you for. I'm going to purchase. So he bought the green one. Okay. I'm answering all my comments and stuff on. So I'm just answering comments from all the people posted comments the last couple of months or so. So I'm just answering comments. This is what I'm going to dedicate this stream for that. Although I'm doing FT8 in the background, you can hear the FT8. And also Tasso, I see a comment from Tasso. Yeah. So I ordered the green one. You can't beat the price for this pocket radio. Can't beat the price. Actually, and speaking, going back to this radio, AliExpress does sell the Baofeng version of this radio. I've seen it also. However, the Baofeng version of the radio, the battery is not this big. It's not going to be a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. So if you're going to buy this radio, get the SH Data brand. The Baofeng K6 is the same radio. However, the Baofeng K6 comes with a smaller battery. It's a 2,000 milliamp hour battery. I don't want to talk about that today. But the people spoken, you know who I voted for. I'm not even going to say who I voted for because I don't want to piss people off. I don't want to piss people off. Please, let's not talk about that today. One thing about the election, it happened. The people have spoken. In other words, I spoken. So that's it. So hopefully, that's it. We'll have 4 years of prosperity, and that's the end of that. We're done with the election. So the Baofeng K6 is a smaller battery. It's the same radio with a smaller battery. It's a 2,000 milliamp hour battery. You can get that radio. I seen that radio on AliExpress for as low as $12.99. But this one has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. It's a much bigger battery. As you can see, it's a lot beefier battery. Okay, so this battery is a lot fatter. It's a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. So longer life. So I would lean toward the E100 just for the battery, because of the battery. So if you see the two, if you see the Baofeng K6, it's the same radio. Baofeng, SH Data posted on their website that they do have a partnership with Baofeng regarding this radio and any future radios. I believe they're gonna make more of them. So just want to keep that in mind. So when I was talking about radios, okay, yeah. So definitely, D219 compared to this radio, D219 is a better radio, hands down, because the shortwave band is more you get more fuller shortwave band than you do with this one. This only goes. It's a very limited shortwave band. It's a nice pocket radio, but it's not a D219. All right, so I hope I answered that question. And CP Rail Fan 1978 wrote, "Oh my God, great contact with Argentina. LU9 DKU Esther sounded cute." Okay, that's I remember that contact. Yeah, it was a nice contact. I got a QSL from her too. So Tasso ordered the green one. So Tasso's very happy with his D220 radio. And Gluttonet also used the code when that one came out when this one had the discount code. Let me put this away. I don't want these things to fall on the floor. So I'm answering all the questions and comments and all that. So, you're having vegetable pancakes. Okay. EJC 1956, by the way, I'm sure they will get more. The green and colors are sold out within hours. Okay, so yeah, I know that. I remember they got sold within hours. Yeah. Ham Radio KS, I hope you're doing well, and thank you and welcome to this live stream. You might be able to program the K6 with the TIDD radio Bluetooth programmer. Okay. Well, I mean, the software's out for this already. I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, I know you're talking about the Bluetooth that goes here. Okay, yeah. I was looking into that too. The whole Bluetooth thing. You plug it in here. What he's talking about is I know what he's talking about. I saw Glamham. I first heard about it through Glamham. So what it is a Bluetooth. So you don't need a cable. It's a Bluetooth add-on that goes here. It basically turns this area into a Bluetooth transmitter to your computer, and you don't need a cable. Basically it's wireless to program. So yeah, I have to look into that because I was thinking about getting one of those for my radios in general. And use the app. Yeah, I saw that. And it's easy to program. It's seamless. You know what? I'm gonna look at that. Thank you, Ham Radio KS. Yes, I'm gonna look into that. I was looking into that before, and I forgot all about it. And I know Glamham she showed a video on it, and it looked pretty cool and everything. I was like, man, that looks much. And yeah, and you use the app exactly. Oh, okay. So thank you. Good to know. Black Friday will have a special, probably less than $20. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. So basically, you don't need the cable. You just hook up the Bluetooth attachment, and like he said, you just use the phone app, and you can program your radio, no hassle. You don't need to fumble around with the CPS software and all that. So I'm definitely gonna look into that. So thank you, Ham Radio KS. I'm definitely gonna look into that. I totally forgot about that, and then you mentioned it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's even a better way. You use your app phone. Just use the app on your phone, and it's very easy. You don't need to fumble around with all this different CPS software and whatever, or look for the cable. And yeah, let me go back. Let me go up here. So RRT08 advertising on YouTube has gotten very bad. I reported a lot of them. I don't know what you mean by that. I work. Remember, you know, I do my live stream. I have my channel. Nothing is free in life. I'm gonna say it. What I mean by that is, for example, my channel. The time that I put into this channel is the time that I could be doing something else. Number one, I enjoy what I do, but I would like to get somehow compensated for it. I do get compensated for this. It's not much, but every little thing counts. Now, 99% of the compensation I get from this channel is through the ads that you see. If you don't see those ads, I don't get paid. It's as simple as that. No, I'm just saying in general. I just want people to understand that. When you see an ad through any channel, if those channels are monetized, the YouTuber, the whoever is that channel, they get paid for that. Not all of it, some of it. Not all of it, but some. A portion, a very small portion, goes to. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think I ever seen those ads. I never seen those ads. I don't think they allow that. They don't. Well, they don't allow that unless they're dating ads or something. I don't know, but I don't know anything about that. I don't know about that. And by the way, I have no control of the ads they post. I have no control of the ads they post because I do exclude. Okay, in my channel, I'm gonna explain to you about my channel. Let me explain to you about my channel. I do have the choice to include alcohol and gambling, and I don't add those. I those are not enabled because I do have general categories. I have like home and life, technology. I forgot what the other. Those are enabled, but the two that I do not enable only because I own. There's only two general categories that I do not enable in this channel for ads is alcohol and what's the other one I just mentioned? I just forgot right now. Jesus Christ. Gambling. So in my channel, if you see ads, if you see ads, they should not be alcohol related or gambling because I did not enable those. And the reason why I don't want those is because I have a broader audience and plus I think that affects your search. It no longer becomes like it no longer becomes although I have bad language, although I do bad language. Um, yeah, I just don't enable those because I don't want my channel to be more restrictive on the search. That's the only reason why I don't want them. The alcohol ad or but everything else is enabled. Now I don't know about that stuff that you're talking about. I have no idea about that. I have no idea about that. And that's something that I had never run into that. And I watch, my son is on YouTube, or I have to, because I have to make sure that he doesn't watch that. So, well, that no, Tasso, that you're gonna get. You don't have to even monetize to show ads on your channel. You don't have to even monetize. YouTube posts ads on every channel, whether you monetize or not. It doesn't matter. So your channel, both of them, they're getting ads already. It's just you're not getting compensated for it yet. Until you qualify for the YouTube Partner Program, you're gonna get compensated for it. Because before, uh, when I first started this channel, there was an option to shut off the ads on your channel. There was an option to shut off the ads on your channel. I believe they eliminated that. Now every channel gets ads. I believe now YouTube is trying to make money now. They and remember, YouTube is a company. They have shareholders like me, my wife. We're shareholders. Um, they have to make profits, and some of that well, they don't pay dividends. Google doesn't pay dividends, but they have to make profit, or their stock suffers. So they're cranking out ads like nobody's business, especially when the economy is not that good. You know, yeah, everything gets ads now. Everything gets ads now. Everything. It slowly was only on, there's an option where I can shut off the ads, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I'm sorry. I need some of the ad money for me. So it is what it is. Nothing is free in life, people. You're watching. You're not paying for it every month. Well, I mean, what I mean by that is, it's not cable. So every content that's on YouTube is somebody made it. So YouTube TV is like any other channel you watch. Exactly. Service costs money. The internet costs money. Exactly. You can pay YouTube Premium and you get no ads. You get YouTube Premium, you get no ads. There you go. Radio KS. Exactly. You have an option. You can get YouTube Premium and you get no ads. And you get more content. There's other content that's only, I believe, for YouTube Premium only. I believe. You know. I know, like they have that. Remember, I remember that, like or not YouTube TV, YouTube Premium. He's talking about. Like I wanted to watch what it was, the remake of Karate Kid. And I think that was on YouTube Premium only. So yeah. So I don't know about that whole thing. And there you go. My Radio DX has YouTube Premium, and yeah, I got YouTube. I got Premium, and it's worth it. It makes it safe to use at work. There you go. There you go. So you answer that question. All right. Let me go back up here. So I don't know about that whole ad about those type of sites. I don't know. I don't know about that. But me, I got to the point now where I asked for memberships. I have to this day, I only have 3 members. Um, I tried everything I can. And so what I done now is I let the ads fly. That's it. On my channel. I don't control the ads. What type of ads are they? That's Google. Google does all that. I have no say. We have no say in that. We have no say in what type of ads I can put. The only thing I can exclude is alcohol and gambling, and I chose to exclude those two. They have no place here because I just don't want them here. Because I do have, like, Chicopee. Chicopee's on. He's a young kid, so I don't want those ads here. I don't want gambling or alcohol here. Now I can't say anything about if anything else comes out through. I have no say in that. That's the only thing I can stop is alcohol and gambling. because they ask you on your preferences when you monetize. What ads you want to? What ads you want to target users? And alcohol and gambling, they're not checked. And they're not selected. I do not select those. I don't want to select those. Otherwise you'll see alcohol ads or whatever. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to, because what happens is also your channel becomes an over 18 channel, and now you're not even on the search, because that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to get delisted on the search, because most of the people that find my channel is through the search, YouTube search. When I look at my numbers, YouTube search is how people find my channel. Without YouTube, if I'm not on YouTube search, nobody won't find my channel at all. It'll be very difficult to find my channel. And believe me, my numbers are not that hot. They're not. So, all right, going back to reading the comments. Let me read one more comment. All right, I'm going to read a couple of more comments. Yeah, even Google pays for, everything costs money. People got to understand that too, that, you're watching a service. Remember, it's billions of people that watch YouTube. Every day, YouTube serves billions. That's a lot of servers. That's a lot of money. And their rate of return is they generate a lot of money through ads. Now, do some things fall through the cracks? Absolutely, that's gonna happen. He's never gonna be 100 foolproof. Remember, years ago, when I first joined this YouTube, when I started my channel, the threshold was a lot lower to have YouTube partners. You only needed 100 subs. That's it. Now it's a lot harder. You need 1,000 subs plus 4,000 viewing hours, or 1 million short viewing, or 1 million views of shorts to become a partner of YouTube. It's very hard, and they don't select everybody. If you got any copyright strike, you will not be included in the YouTube partner program. So I got kicked off once because I didn't have enough viewing hours. I'm not getting kicked off again. This time I did that whole, I don't want to put ads on my live stream. I'm done with that. You're going to get ads. You like it or not, that's the way it is. Every live stream has ads. Every video now has a lot of ads. That's the way, I tried the membership thing. Nobody wants to sign up for a membership. That's fine. I ask for donations every once in a while. I'm not going to beg for donations anymore. I'm done with that. So you're going to get ads at the wazoo. That's it. When they put conservative, balanced, aggressive, I put aggressive now. Bing, aggressive. There you go. There you go. You want to watch it now? You don't want to do a membership? You're going to pay for the ads. You're going to get ads. That's the way I'm doing it. I'll be straight up with you guys. That's why I'm doing it. I put, ads. Add the shit out of everybody. Sorry, PG rating out the window. Because everybody's beating this with a beating it like a dead horse. You're gonna get ads to Rumble has ads. Everywhere you go now, people say, "Oh, well, Rumble." No, Rumble has ads. I've been to Rumble. I have a Rumble account. Odyssey, you're gonna get ads. Name every place you go to now, you're gonna get ads. That's the way it is. That's it. People got to make money. Nothing is free in life, people. Nothing is free in life. I could make every membership members only. But if I got 3 members, I'm gonna be talking to 2, 3 people. That's it, the most. So for the rest of the world, you're gonna have to put up with ads. That's it. That's the bottom line. Or and in my case, I don't want to stop doing live stream. But it's ads. It's gonna be ads. To the day you die, there's gonna be 3 things. There's 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and you're gonna add a new one: ads. There's ads on everything now. That's the way it's gonna be from now on. When you pay for cable, Guess what? You get in cable now. You get ads on cable, even though you pay for cable. I remember when I was paying for cable, you get ads. You pay for Netflix, you pay for Amazon. Guess what you get in those? Take a guess. You still get ads because they're gonna make their money too. Not only they're taking your membership money, but they're selling some of their time to who? To put their ads. So it's a certain death, taxes, and ads are three certainties you're always gonna have in life. Yeah, there'll be ads on your gravestone. If it's gonna pay for your funeral and your gravestone, I'll put ads on my gravestone. They can put ads on my gravestone because I'll be long and gone. They'll put, here lies Danny, sponsored by, Bank of Nova Scotia. If the Bank of Nova Scotia is paying for my funeral and I can't afford my funeral when I'm gone, guess what? They can put an ad on my tombstone. It's just the fact that it is what it is. So before people jump off to another medium, oh, I'm gonna leave YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna leave YouTube to go because I saw some of that. I by the way, I was monitoring the chat, and I don't know why people. I'm leaving X. You want to leave X? Leave X. I've been on Twitter for a long time. I was on Twitter when it was ultra censoring going on. I didn't post much on it. The only thing I post on X was Twitter. It's called X now. Was every time I do a live stream or I post a video, I repost it there. Right? I didn't watch Twitch. And I'm talking about Twitter now X. So I post, I share the video there because I'm trying to get people from, a lot of these people that talk, oh, I'm gonna leave X because a certain person wants, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sorry. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. If you're gonna let one thing bother you, that you have to leave a medium, then you shouldn't be on the internet at all. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say. For those people out there that keep posting stuff like, oh, I'm gonna leave, just leave. You don't have to tell everybody you want to leave a medium. Just leave. Stop telling people that you're gonna leave this medium. Oh, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Mastodon. I'm gonna go over to Twit.tv. Just leave. Do everybody a favor and leave. Because it's annoying to read that stuff. Because you disagree with the other, whatever. Like you get triggered so easily. People get triggered so easily in life. Like I've been on Twitter for years. For years I've been on it. I never deleted my account. But people always, I'm going to leave because now Elon owns it. Like grow the fuck up already with that shit. Seriously. I mean, my God, does everything on the internet trigger you? Then you shouldn't be on the internet at all. You should just not go on. Don't be in a chat. Don't be in a forum. Don't be in a chat. Don't be in a forum. Then if everything bothers you, then don't be in it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. X is not going to ask you to come back. Because when I joined, I had 2 accounts on Twitter. The original account, I made the mistake of deleting it myself. That was years ago because I wasn't using it at all. This is before I started this channel. This is years ago. And then I created another one when I created this channel. So you know what it went through. The original owner. But then what happened was he let a lot of, liberals run Twitter. And there was a lot of, and let me tell you, there's always bullying on any medium online. There's always bullying. whatever you want, cyber, whatever they call it. That shit doesn't bother me. So bring it on. I don't care about that cyber shit bullying. I don't give, bring it on. I don't care about that shit. But some people, they ran them off Twitter for whatever reason. Me, I never used Twitter for that. I don't care. I don't got time to engage with people about stuff that, especially political stuff. I don't got time to engage with people about that. I just post my channel video. Oh, look, I posted this video on YouTube. Go check it out. That's it. I just post stuff to share it. That's all I do. I don't engage in all the other stuff. But some people, I guess, they get triggered when they see, whatever. So, I'm now that he won the election, we're getting this I'm seeing all these posts again. Oh, I'm leaving X. Like, you just cut it out with that already. Like, the country already has spoken. We got tired of whatever, including me. I got fed up with the fucking, intrusion in my life. Getting shit shoved up down my face. But the country has spoken. That's it. You respect the process. We had to put up with 4 years of your bullshit. And you fucking ran the country to the ground. And now we took it back. That's what it is. That's the message that we spoke on, including me. Okay? And if you don't like it, then you know what? Fuck you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Leave X. I don't need you. Okay? I don't need you on X. Okay? Because I went through that X Twitter shit that when it was the opposite. Okay? When everybody was getting censored for just mentioning anything. So now because it didn't go your favor, you're going to cry now. They're crying. They're crying now about it. Because it didn't go. Because let me tell you something, people, all you liberals out there, nothing in life, you don't always get things you want. That's it. That's a life lesson for you to learn. That's a life lesson. You thought she was really going to win? Do you really thought she was going to win? Honestly, do you really thought she had a chance? Get out of here. You know what? Leave X. And by the way, those celebrities that said they're gonna leave the United States, please leave. We don't want you here. Robert De Niro, get the fuck out of here. All right? Want to be tough guy? Get the fuck out of here. So you better believe there's gonna be some, you know what I'm saying? There's ads. I'm glad the political ads are gone, but you better believe there's gonna be ads on every fucking channel. That's it. And so those people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna leave X." Doesn't matter, because you're just a triggered person. You can leave X. You go to your little safe space, whatever, liberal, whatever. Well, I don't know what's the website now. LibbyTube. What the fuck you got now? Leave. But we don't care. We're done with you. That's it. So deal with it. As she would have won, I would have had to sit on my lawn chair and watch the destruction of this country. And I wasn't going to get into this politics shit now, but I'm tired of hearing about the ad shit and leaving. I'm leaving X. Let's fucking leave already. Nobody wants you anyway. I'm this close to advocating something else, but I don't want to get fucking banned. Just stop it already. Seriously. People get triggered over all this shit over nothing. The people have spoken when they spoke on when it was 2020, and he got 81 million votes, which is bullshit. And he didn't get 81 million fucking votes. There's no way that man got 81 million votes. But you know what? We had to suck it up. I had to suck it up, right? I had to suck it up for 4 years, right? I sucked it up for 4 years. You know what happened now? The people finally got fed up. And that's it. So if you want to leave X, get the fuck out of here. Go leave X. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. Fucking dummies. Fucking people get triggered over fucking. You shouldn't be on the internet. You should have a channel. If you have a channel, you know what? Delete your channel right now, please. Because you get triggered over any little shit you get triggered over. Fucking crying about fucking, I'm going to go to my safe space. I'm going to my safe space. Now give me a fucking break. Jesus Christ. No, he didn't say anything. But I mean, there's some celebrity that said they were going to get on a plane and leave if Trump won. So I'm waiting for that mass exodus of celebrities leaving out of here. I'm still waiting for for Whoopi to leave. That's another one. Fucking predator looking bitch. Like, fucking leave already. Like, fucking leave. Like, get on the plane and fucking leave then. So we don't want you here. I don't want you here. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Fucking. You're not gonna get that shit on this channel. I know other channel don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I know I'm gonna offend people. People good. They want to go in their safe space. You know. I enjoy watching those videos now. I laugh at those videos when I see people crying. You know, these are the same people that were popping fireworks. They were popping fireworks 4 years ago. They were popping fireworks. And by the way, they were still burning down stores. They were looting, burning down shit. Now, how you like it now? How you like it now? Let me read an article real quick. I just to rub it in on people. You know, New York City to end debit cards for migrant families. Good. You know what's going to happen with that debit card money now? They're going to use that money to deport their fucking asses back to their fucking country. That's what's going to happen now. Fucking $350 fucking a week debit card. The fuck out of here. Oh, but no, $3,500 a month. $3,500 a month of debit cards. The fuck out of here. Send them back to their fucking country now. So of course they're gonna end it. You know why? Because they lost. They have. Let me explain to you something. Let me explain to you how. Let me explain to you something. $3,500 a month. What they were doing is they were just using them for two things. One, for the census. New York State. Okay, the election of New York State, when the general election happened, you know how many electoral votes New York State only had? 20. I remember New York State used to have like 28 electoral votes. But you know what happened? You know why the electoral vote of New York State went down? Because people are leaving New York State. Remember, the census goes by, the electoral vote for each state goes by the population of your state. And if your state, for example, like New York State, now is down to 20 electoral votes. That means you don't get a say in the national election anymore. One day it's going to be down to single digits. Who knows? Even if it's a big state like that, because people are leaving, they're voting with their feet. They're leaving New York State, and that's what they're using these people for. For two reasons. One, they want to make them into voters for Democrats, and two, they want to boost the electoral. They want to make New York into a swing state, into a big, fat, juicy swing state. They want to influence the national, and they haven't got to that point yet. And they're not going to get to that point because people are leaving faster than they're coming into New York State. Okay? That's why. Okay? And that's what happened. New York State is now 20 electoral votes only. I remember one time it was like 28. So a state like Florida, where it's getting a lot more people coming in, I believe Florida. What's not Florida now? Well, last time I checked, I have to check. I think it was like 30. What was the number? Like Georgia, you see Georgia, it went up. It went up. The people moving down there. So you can see why the numbers go. So those states are more. You know, you gotta get a, you're gonna get a. You need remember you need 270. You're gonna get a big chunk of electoral votes on those states. So New York State is starting to lose that. I think by in 4 more years they're gonna be less than 20. Who knows? They might be 18 or 16, whatever the number is now. It's dropping because they're losing people. A lot of people leaving the state. So when you bring these people in, you're trying to use them for two purposes. One, just for the census. But also you want more senators or Congress people, and things like that. You're trying to get more seats now. That's all it is that they're using them. But since she lost now, they have no use for you now. So now the first thing that happened right away is beautiful. They're cutting off your benefits now. Now the next step is going to be after January 20th, deportation. Especially the ones with criminal records. You're going to get your fucking asses sent back to your fucking country where you belong. Okay? So we're done with that shit. So there you go. Enjoy your free ride now. Because this will be the last holiday you're going to have in this fucking country. So fucking enjoy it. Because you're gone after this shit. So take that little clip and make a short out of it and make it viral. And give me credit for the video. Because that's what's going to happen now. Your free ride is over. Over. And those people out there, those liberal people that are crying about it, why don't you take them in your fucking place? Say, I'm so, I want to save, I want to be saving humanity. So take them to your fucking house. That's it. Just, when they get off the bus, just come in and take us. Say, you know what? You're going to stay with me. You stay with me. But you know what? Talk is cheap. Get out of here. Exactly. Twitch is worse with ads. Exactly. Ads is everywhere. That's it. Suck it up, get used to it. But just don't watch the platform. That's it. So beating this shit with a dead horse already about the ads. Alfredo, I was watching PL match Premier League. Okay, Premier League, Chelsea versus Arsenal, but I enjoy more. Thank you. That's a great. Oh wow, you picked me over a soccer game right now. Wow. Oh, thank you, Alfredo. That's a nice. No, he didn't say anything, but now that Trump won, I want to see all these celebrities put their money where their mouth is. They're really gonna leave. My thing is leave. Leave. Don't care. 1 hour and 13 minutes in the books. I was in the middle of reading comments and all that, but I got sidetracked with the ad thingy. Like I said, I only got 3 members. And the ads pay the bills. That's it. I'm getting a payment on the 21st. If anybody want to fatten up that payment, you know what it hit? There's a $ button there. You can hit that. Any amount will do. Or become a member. The cheapest membership is $2.99. $2.99 a month. And you get a nice little star next to your name. And you contribute to the channel. By the way, all that money comes back to the channel anyway. To buy radios like this. All right? So it's not like I'm making a boatload for this stuff. I take time out of my day to be alive. I do live streams for 4 hours, 5 hours. I've done 6 hours, 7 hours live streaming. Ain't nobody close to me. In all of YouTube, ain't nobody close to me to making these long ass live streams. I dare somebody to come out here and tell me I know somebody that does 10-hour live streams every fucking time he's on. I want to see that person. I want to meet that person right here. Because it doesn't happen. Not too many live streamers stays on for 4 hours, for 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. Unscripted. Don't want to hear it. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody comes close to me. Nobody. Thank you, Tassel. Nobody comes close to me when it comes to all this. And keeps it real. Nobody. Because people are afraid. They're in their little bubbles. All right? They're afraid to touch topics. Oh, I don't want to talk about this because no, you know what? I'm going to talk about it. You better believe I'm going to talk about it. And if it triggers you, you shouldn't be on this channel anyway. Because I don't want people like that anyway. People that get easily triggered, I don't want them here. I don't want them here. I opened it up the other day on the election night. I opened it up. And I had one person coming here. I was talking about immigration. Right away, he called me a Nazi. When all else fails, people throw names at you. Oh, I'm a racist. I'm a Nazi. Blah, blah, blah. That's what the guy did right off the bat. He was triggered. He got triggered. So why are you here? Don't be in this channel. If you're a triggered person, if you're too sensitive, don't be on the live stream. Don't be on this channel because you know what? You're going to get eviscerated. That's it. You will get eviscerated. You'll get dissected. And you'll get humiliated. Because I'll use you as entertainment. You know? You're only making my viewers enjoy more content. That's it. You know? I should be on radio. But I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Danny, we want you to be on this. We want you to be on the station, or we want to do a podcast. Bring it on. Bring it on. There you go. Made a contact. FTA. There you go. Thank you. Echo Alpha 1 Kilo Romeo. Wow, it was a while. Like it really slow today. St. Helena's on. Let me see. St. Helena. I don't care about St. Helena. Forget it. Same person, right? Yeah, same. I'm not gonna bother with that one. I don't need it now. They could wait. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know. All right, back to answering viewer questions and comments. Let me see. Let me read one more comment here, and then. Martin, we are waiting for Bono to drive off a cliff, as he said. Yeah, I know Bono. I said Bono. Bono, yeah, YouTube. YouTube. I actually like YouTube. I have several CDs, you know. And by the way, that's another thing. I'm not gonna cancel somebody because I actually like his music. I like his music. I like their music. I got a whole bunch of YouTube. That's Bono. He's a I got a bunch of YouTube music CDs. I'm not gonna crush him because he doesn't like a certain president. That's ridiculous. I still enjoy his music. Of course, a lot of it is I don't listen to the new stuff. We're talking about like Zuropa. You know, the last CD that I got is Zuropa. Zuropa, right? Zuropa. I love that CD. It's a great, it's an underrated YouTube. I can say YouTube album. It's very underrated, but I like Zuropa. I do like that. See, I have it right there. I have stacks of CDs, and all the CDs, and I love that. I love that album. I play it every once in a while. I played it. I might have played it a month ago. I also listened to it through Spotify. So yeah, Zuropa. And let me tell you something. I'm not gonna cancel people out because I listen to Snoop Dogg. I listen to the old stuff. I don't listen to it all, but I listen to the old stuff. And so on. I'm not gonna cancel out people just because of what that's their prerogative, whatever. I don't care. I can separate the music and the listening to it and not mix it to. Now some of them I just can't. I'm gonna say, you know what, the hell, you're too crazy for me. But for the most part, no. So Bono's one of them. Yeah, he's gonna drive off. Yeah, well, good luck on that. But I listen to YouTube. I have, a bunch of other, Of course, I don't listen to the new stuff. I don't listen to Cardi B. I don't care for Cardi B. I don't listen to stuff like that. But Bono, YouTube, yeah, I do listen to YouTube. But I don't have to agree with Bono. But I like their music. I still like their music, you know, because Zooropa came out when Zooropa came out, 98, 99. When Zooropa came out, I think that's the last music CD that I have of them. Of course, the earlier work too, like the what is it, the Joshua Tree. There's a few other ones that I have. I have a few of them, but I know the last one was Europa. That's the one. The last music CD that I bought was that one, Europa. That goes back like 25 years now. Wow. But all the new stuff now, I can't. I don't listen to it no more. I don't listen to all the new stuff now. But that's music in general for me. I listen to a lot of older stuff now. Anything new now, I rarely want to listen to. Chico Be Ready 2000. I listen to a lot of modern hip hop, but you're 15. You're a young buck, 16, 15, whatever. You're not 58 years old, so you're not gonna understand. Like for example, Bono, back in the 90s, that was a generational music for us. REM, REM, right? The Human League, Depeche Mode, that's the music for the 90s, late 80s or mid 80s, early 90s. Well, late 80s, 90s. That was my prime years. My 20s and my 30s, right there. My 20s and my 30s. You know, so that's generational music for that's my peak years, was listening to all that. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, of course, your modern music was that's because you're growing up on that now. Now it's not my music now. So of course you're not gonna understand that. You're a young buck, bro. You're still making memories now. My memories are back there. It's a big difference. So yeah, so I can't relate to the new stuff now because the older stuff was much better. What I hear now, it's a lot of regurgitation stuff from the past, and they just, and a lot of it sounds the same. I notice hip hop, especially hip hop, a lot of it sounds the same. I don't want to mimic the voice, but a lot of it sounds the same from what I hear. Because sometimes when I'm tuning the band on the FM dial, we're in the car, now I hear like the same monotone voice. They all sound the same now. The rappers, it's not the same. It's not the same. You can't compare the two. You know, when you got people like Snoop Dogg still selling records today, that tells you how good hip hop was back then. I'll just leave it at that. When people still want to collaborate with that man, or collaborate, what is it? Collaborate? It's collaborate, right? I can collaborate. When people still want to collaborate with him in 2024, and he still could be on TV and everything, and people recognize him, is because that music back then was the shit. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's like if Tupac was alive today, he would. If Tupac was alive today, he'll be bigger now than he was before. Okay, I'll leave it at that. If Tupac was alive today, he would have been just as big now. If not bigger than Snoop Dogg. But of course, he was killed, and I believe it was Diddy. Diddy has something to do with it. That's what I believe. I believe P Diddy has something to do with Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. getting killed. I believe he was behind both of them. especially Notorious B.I.G. because he sent them to California. So he set them up. And I'm going to tell you why. I can tell you why. It's simple. It was simple. Two things. One, B.I.G. was about to leave. He was going to go on his own anyway. He was going to go on his own, take care of Martin. He was going to go on his own. And two, I think it was just jealousy, plain jealousy. I think just Diddy wanted to eliminate everybody that was a threat to his empire. And that's what happened. I think he set him up, and he. So no, it's gonna come out. I said this months ago. Now he's behind it. All right, back to the comments and questions. Let me see. So I was right here. Okay, 3 months ago. In my EJC 1956. In my experience, the FM band is the best, both in sensitivity and he's talking about the D220. The D220. So in my experience, the FM band is the best in both sensitivity and selectivity. Medium wave is far less sensitive. I am getting locals. Have not tried at night. I haven't tried the DX. By the way, this radio I have not tried the medium wave DX yet. Maybe I'll try it. See if I can pick a KXCL. Although this one, oh no, 1730. Okay, yeah. So this one has the expanded medium wave. It goes all the way to 1730. So maybe I will try this one for DXing. So that's an interesting thing. What else? Found nothing yet on shortwave. Yeah, I did. I heard shortwave on this. I did pick up several stations on shortwave. You know, the shortwave is very tight. Like I said, it's from 5.6 to 22 megahertz. So it's very tight, but I did pick up shortwave. I picked up Radio Martí on there, Radio Exterior de España, Radio Romania. So I heard them all. I heard quite a few of them in here. It's just when you're tuning, since it's very narrow, this you have to go very slow. But yeah, you'll hear shortwave on there. It does pick up shortwave. All right. And the audio quality is superior to others. Yeah, it is for a small radio. For a small radio, yeah, the audio quality is I'm gonna say for this radio, audio quality is very good. It is very good. So yeah, definitely I agree on that. EJC 1956. And I don't know what I would pay. The full price is $15.99. Watch for discounts. Yeah, well, when this came out, they had the promo code. But yeah, this radio is a good price. It's still a good price for pocket radio because you do get shortwave. So not only you get AM, FM, you also get, and you get two FM bands. Okay, you get the all the way from 64 to 108. 64 to 108. Medium wave, you do get the expanded medium wave band. So 520 to 1730. So that's good. And the shortwave, though, you don't only get from 5.6 to 22 megahertz. You know, yeah, can they squeeze in more shortwave band? Yeah, they could have. But it's a pocket radio, what you expect. So I believe maybe if they ever make another version of this, they can throw the weather band. That would be nice. They could throw the weather band. But it's a good radio for the price. It's a good pocket radio. Now compare this to the Sony ICF. What is it? P26, the one that I have. I think it's the P26. That one only has AM FM, and that one is $20, $20 plus. This one is under. I believe some people paid. I can't remember off the top of my head how much. I think Tasso. Anyway, I can't. I don't want to look it up right now, but I know Tasso bought one of these. He bought the green one. I believe it was with the code at the time. I think people got it for around $11 and change, if I remember correctly. So even the full price of the $15.99 is a good radio for that price, definitely. So yeah. So thank you for that comment, EJC 1956. Let me answer your comment. Let me put a little heart on it. And thank you for the comment. And thank you That was yeah. So so $10 in okay. So $10 in change. So under $11. Tesla just confirmed it right here. Yeah, I think that's the one. How much I paid for the green one? It was under $11. It was because we live in the same vicinity, geographically. Yeah, it was $10 in change. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. So some of them I'm gonna answer the comment right here. Yeah. So I went on that rant. I'm sorry. I didn't want to go on that rant, but people need to stop with this stop with about the ads already. Now like I said, if you've seen that, I don't know. You're gonna have to contact Google about that. And definitely, I would contact Google because they should not be showing that at all. But you gotta understand, Google is a large, and like I said, like hamradio DX posted, if if it really bothers you that much, I would just get YouTube Premium. I'm now starting to think that maybe I should get also for my son. Just get YouTube Premium. That way he don't watch no ads. Because I didn't think about that. But I need to look into that now. So thank you for bringing it up. And you should talk to Google about that. Let me finish this comment. Have a great week. Okay, let me just answer this comment. Thank you. So thank you, EJC 1956. I'm sorry I took 3 months to answer your comment, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to let my comments build up. Some of them I can answer right away. And I want to start making live streams, and I'm going to address some of this stuff. That way I could answer the question on the air. So if you have a question or comment, you can ask it on the live stream, or you can put it on the comment. And in the future episode, I will answer that question. So this is the one about the Motorola talk about T5950 FRS GMRS handheld transceiver that I made a video on. That I was talking to my son. My son was upstairs. And I don't have the radio here. It's upstairs on the second floor. It's a little Motorola FRS radios. It's a pair of FRS radios. So my son wanted to use it. So we talked on it. So I went to the bodega grocery store a couple of blocks away, and I was talking to him on it. I was testing the range on it. So somebody put a comment on it. How did you connect it? So I don't understand the question. How do you connect it? Well, FRS, you don't connect to a repeater. FRS is simplex. So for example, FRS, for example, when you buy FRS radios, they always come in two. They always come in two. So FRS radio is there's a portion of the spectrum that you got FRS and GMRS. The FRS portion, I think, is the first. I can't remember. Anyways, the first few channels is FRS. So the radios that you buy those at a Walmart or Costco, whatever. Usually they come in 2 or 3 or 4, like a family pack. And you only can, and it says channel 1, channel 2. You don't put the frequency in. They don't have all these keys. There's no keypad on them. It's just channel 1 through, I believe it's 20 channels, if I remember. And FRS radios, you cannot modify them. Like, for example, this one, I can take off the antenna. You see? Anytime you can change something on the radio, like, for example, this one, I can put an external antenna or another antenna. This is not an FRS radio. This one, you need a license to transmit. Even GMRS, you need a license for that. Now, for that license, you don't take a test. You just pay the fee, and you get a call sign for that. And you could use this radio for GMRS. Okay, you don't take a test for that. You just get a call sign, and it lasts you 10 years, and then you have to renew it, just like the amateur radio license, except for that one you have to take a test. But for GMRS, you do not have to take a test. You just pay $35. You get your call sign within 48 hours, and that's it. And you can use the rest of the spectrum. You can use this radio. Now, the radio this radio is not a GMRS, it's FRS. So that one is like the first 10 channels, I believe, or I forgot the number. You can only talk FRS. For FRS, you don't need a license. So usually, what you do with FRS radio, you have two of them. You put it on the same channel. So, for example, me and my son, I went to the store. I put mine on channel one. He had his on channel one, and that's it. And I went to the store, and then we just talked. And of course, that's open. You don't need to. There's no call sign, so I don't have to say my call sign when I'm talking to my son. And that's family radio service. That is free, as open to everybody. So if you and your friend want to talk, for example, if Tasso had an FRS radio, I think he does have. I know he does have radio. I forgot. And I have my FRS radio. If I can tell Tasso, put it on this channel and let's talk. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to because he lives miles away from me. He lives in New York City. I'm in Yonkers, so it's not. There's no way he's going to reach. But say if we're close by, I think it's less than it's a few blocks. It's only a couple of blocks. It's not that long. FRS radios, they're not even on. I think it's like not even maybe 1 watt or half a watt. I think it's 1 watt or two. I think 2 watts is the most for FRS, I believe. So it's only like a few blocks maybe. So those radios are good. Like for example, if you guys go to like a little park, or if you go to Walmart or something, if you're in the same building, like a big shopping center, maybe you can use that there. Or when they go to when you take your family to like Six Flags. Of course, now we have cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone, so but that's good for that too. Like if you go to like a Six Flags, Six Flags is big enough that you can use maybe FRS radio and maybe within range. So that's what people use it for. So when you ask that question, how do you connect it? You just put it on the same channel because So if I'm on channel one, he's on channel one. That's it, and we're close enough of close proximity that we're not going to crosstalk. And by the way, that still could happen. You can still get crosstalk. So if another person has a radio nearby and they put on channel one, they can cut in. Okay. And Donald Erickson, SI8WW, 13 days ago, answered his question. And let me just skim through it before I read it out loud. Anyway, in a nutshell, I don't want to read too much stuff in there. Basically, in a nutshell, what you're saying is what I just said. For FRS, just cap it on the same channel, and then in my case, well, not that video. That video was in the boiler room, but I should have made a video on that. I went to the nearby store, and my son was here. My brother was upstairs, by the way. He wasn't all alone in the house. So people, please. My older brother was on the second floor, so there was always somebody, an adult in the house. I don't want you to think I left my 8-year-old son at that time alone in the house. No, that didn't happen. So trust me, that didn't happen. I would never do that. My brother was upstairs, but I showed my son a demonstration. So he was in the house. I went to the store, 2.5 blocks away. It's actually down the block. Then I had to make a left, and then right there. So it's about a block and a half. So I'm talking to him the whole time, and the signal was still good until I went all the way in the store. When I went to the back of the store, the signal started, toward the back of the store. But as soon as I came to the front of the store, the signal was back. So it had 2 blocks in a populated area like Yonkers because of buildings. Because remember, we have a big building in front of us. We have a church down there. There's several buildings around us. So but 2 blocks. Now, if it would have been straight down this way, I probably would have made it all the way to his school, which is 3 blocks away. Straight down the street, I probably would have, especially if he would have been near the window, and I would have been walking down that block, probably about 3 blocks, maybe. So those FRS are they're very. So when you connect to it, you just put the same channel, and that's it. I hope I answered that question. And yeah, so let me just answer his comment. I'm just gonna write thank you for watching. Yeah. Um, I just put it. Actually, let me rephrase that. We just put it on the same channel. For example, I'm trying to answer a few questions, that way, so when people post questions, if I don't answer them right away, at least I could talk about it. And if anybody want to chime in on it, that's fine. Chickle B Radio, yeah, I'm not gonna comment about the Christmas music. This is irrelevant to what. But anyway, yeah, Christmas music is nice. I know you're a big fan of Christmas. Anyway, yeah, it is good music. Yes, I know those. I have those FRS walkie talkie. Yeah, they're very good radios. They serve this. I don't bash them. You know, I think it's always good to have those radios around the house. For one, power outage. If we do ever get a power outage, for example, and cell service is dead, and you have two FRS radios, especially if you're trying to get around, like for example, say in total darkness outside, and I want to go down the block here. My cell phone's not going to do nothing for me. But even an FRS radio can still be enough of a lifeline to keep in touch, even though it's a short distance. Even an FRS radio. So I agree. I would definitely have a pair of FRS radio wherever you travel, or have it in the house for emergency, just for close proximity. And of course, having a radio like this too helps. Uh, I know you need license for the some bands, like for example, 2 meters, 70 centimeter GMRS. You do need license, but MERS frequency, you don't need a license. Okay, FRS, you can talk on FRS on this. You're supposed to have a license for that though, because now you're using a non-FRS radio. This is more tailored for GMRS radio because it's customizable. That is one of the rules for that service. However, you can talk to you can, you know. Of course, I recommend if you're gonna get GMRS, if you're gonna be on GMRS, get your license. It's $35 for 10 years. Just get it. That way you have a call sign at least on GMRS. I would just get it anyway. I got mine 3 years ago. At that time, it was $70. So I got robbed because as soon as I got my license, a year later, it went down to $35. I got mine during the pandemic, and you get a call sign with that, and that call sign you can share it with your family. Okay, so when you get a GMRS call sign, you can share it with your family. You all can all have the same call sign. I believe you just say yeah, -1 is me, -2 will be like my son, like that, or slash. I don't know how that works, but you can share it with your family. So yeah, for example, have it on channel one. Oh no. I'm answering his questions. See how I take my time to answer questions. So people out there, you register when you sign up when you subscribe to my channel. And I would tell you, I don't know a lot of YouTubers that will go out of their way to answer questions on the air and comment. So keep that in mind, people. Have your questions answered here. I know I'm using this chair today. I'm not using the other chair because one of the wheels is messed up on that one. Let's keep that in mind. Not everybody goes out of their way to do all this stuff. So you know what? Show some love here. Sub to my channel. People, come on. And share the video. Please. Although very limited in range and of course power. Up to a few blocks Fine. Thank you for watching. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, thank you for watching. So anybody want to ask a question? Feel free to ask a question. All right, there you go. So I answer his question, and I'm gonna give him a heart for that because somebody else posted that. Peggy Bangle or Bangale. What is the warranty guarantee on the? What is the warranty on this? Do I really need to go there with that? They do have a warranty though. I'm gonna answer your question anyway but anyway, whenever you buy a radio, always go to the website if you can and see if they. But yeah, I'm gonna say it's a good question, but you shouldn't ask me the question. You should ask the SH Data the question. But I'm gonna answer it for you, Peggy Bangale. On the SH Data D220, all the warranty information is clearly stated on their website. Okay. I am not going to answer every warranty question here because I am not SH Data. I am not SH Data. I just posted a video for them. That's it. And I talked about it. I did unboxing, whatever. So all the information is on their website. I'm going to type that in the comment. All the warranty information for these radios on SH Data is on their website. And they addressed that on a Facebook post, I believe yesterday, because I believe some people were asking about that. I believe every radio you buy from SH Data, no matter what, you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I believe. I just off the top of my, I just looked at the corner of my eye, something like that. Beyond that, I don't know. But everything is posted on the SH Data website. So that's the only way I'm going to answer your question. And hello, Richard Califano. Yeah, I know. From a smoky Albany, New York, cannot get any news on our local station. Oh yeah, it's all over. It's all over. We here in New York City, we had, I believe, two. Oh, by the way, New Jersey, there's also a fire in New Jersey. There are several. Richard Califano there. Chicopee also posted on in Massachusetts. There are brush fires over there too. We do have several here in the New York City area. I know New Jersey has one. When I say New York, I'm talking about tri-state area. I should say that, not New York City, tri-state area. I believe we have one here in Brooklyn. I believe there was another fire in the Bronx. Yeah, it is very thick. It's very bad. It's very bad. And I know there was another one in New Jersey. So there are several of them. Yeah, it is pretty bad. It's like the fire is down the block. If I go outside right now, it's really bad. So we did get air quality alerts since yesterday that just don't be outside, and especially if you're sensitive to that type of stuff, like if you have asthma and things like that, if you have heart issues, you should not be outside. It's very bad right now, and that's because, of course, lack of rain, very low humidity, and a lot of dry vegetation. Because now, of course, we're late in the fall. A lot of dry brush out there, so anything can set a fire. Any cigarette butt or anything can set a fire. And I believe the one in New Jersey, it actually somebody started that one. I think the person already got caught. I believe that one was intentional. There was one in New Jersey. I believe it was intentional, and the person got caught. So I'm going to answer this question. On their warranty information is posted on their XH Data website. Thank you for watching. All right, there you go. Yaley, Yay. Okay, I'm trying to pronounce all these names. Yalin. Anyway, it's like Yalin Gami, 6233. The unboxing of the D220 D220. She just put a whole bunch of hearts in a kiss, and she wrote Iowa. Okay, no, this is not Iowa radio. This is this is not Iowa. This is SAZ. But anyway, I see you got love for Iowa. I do like Iowa radios too. So I'm gonna give you a heart for that. And I'm gonna pray thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. So I'm answering comments from the last previous months, and I'm gonna talk about them here. So this is like a Q&A. And I went on a rant there about ads. Please, let's not talk about ads anymore. Oh yeah, different gear TV. Yeah, it is throwing their cigarettes out the car window. Yeah, a lot of it is because obviously that's a big one. So please, people, do not throw cigarette butts out the window because that can cause a fire. And it might, in many places loss of property, and hopefully there's no loss of life. Please, we don't. But yeah, it's definitely very low humidity. A lot of dry leaves out there. I have to clean out there later on today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, my son is gonna be home. My wife is off tomorrow. I'm gonna clear all those leaves tomorrow for sure. So I've been on 1 hour and 51 minutes in the books, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and have a great week. So yeah, so you like Iowa? Yeah, Iowa is a nice radio, but this is SH data. So Pardeep Jangra, 6856. Talking about this radio again. I'm answering comments on all my videos. So yeah, this radio is beautiful. It's so beautiful and nice. I love your radio, sir. I'm Pardeep from India. Well, thank you, Pardeep, for the comment. So I'm gonna give you a heart, and thank you, Pardeep from India. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. There you go, Pardeep. Thank you for that nice comment. And I posted this video a few months ago, so this comment's been there for a while. So I'm gonna answer his comment right now. I used to listen to this radio group on streaming. It was 3819 kilohertz ham radio group from Texas. This is like right before I started this channel. It was a very fun group to listen to. A bunch of rag chewing ham radio operators from Texas and Oklahoma, and I believe there was one from Arkansas. So they all used to gather every morning. The same guys used to gather up every morning for a few years. It's almost like a show. So of course I made a video on it. It's right there. That's the video. I got to save one of them. So I actually posted the audio. I still have the audio. It's a long video. It's like I forgot how many hours, like 3 hours or something. So if you go on your app, they're no longer around. Actually, some of them are silent key now. So the channel the stream used to be called 3819 kilohertz ham radio group, or 3819.net. That was the group. So they would talk about everything about politics and all that, and they were funny. The guys were funny too. Yeah. So I used to listen to them every morning. They would start around 6 o'clock in the morning, and they would go all the way to about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. It was like a 4-hour show, but it was just people rag chewing. But they had the same guys all the time, Of course, now, like I said, some of them are silent key now. Fortunately, some of them passed on now. But that was a great group, and even the guy that set up the stream, he passed on too. His name was Bob Bellar, Robert Bellar, or Bob Bellar. So if somebody comment on that. John Riger 2461 wrote, I miss that group so much because of them I got my ham license in 2020. Same here. I know FTA was one of the reasons why I got my ham license. But the other reason why I got my ham license is because of these guys. 3819. So if you guys are not familiar with 3019, if you can if you listen to this video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I started itching for my ham license because of them. 3819. Okay. So you could Google that or search it on my channel, 3819 kilohertz, and you can watch this video. And it's one of my last recordings of them. Of course, a few of them passed. I think a few of them passed during the pandemic. And but yeah, definitely and especially the guy that runs the stream, because I was streaming on my phone. Uh, you know, there's a if you go like to Broadcastify and all that, their stream used to be on Broadcastify, and a lot of those radio apps, if you put in amateur radio, their group will come up there, and you will hear all other repeaters. But I will listen to 3819 ham radio group, or 3819 kilohertz.net. That was their website. Well, you can also stream it there too. But that website now is no longer up because, like I said, the owner passed away a few years ago. Excuse me. But yeah, so I definitely agree with you, John Riger, 2461. And let me comment. Thank you. I'm going to give a heart and a thumbs up for that and reply. Same here. I really miss them also. Yes, I also got to. I also got to what? Anyway, got to. I also up getting my tech license. Well, I'm just gonna put just tech ham license because of them. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. You see what I do for you guys? I answer questions and I do all that. So, and our YouTubers won't do this. Anyway, thank you, John Riger, 2461. Great comment. And of course, the next comment, SW Radio. Another channel. Check out this channel, SW. He posts a lot of comments. He's always giving me thumbs up. He's a great channel. He's from Russia. SW Radio 36. Now I'm gonna post the link. Let me go to the channel here. I'm gonna post this link because he's always supporting my channel. SW Radio 36. So I'm gonna post the link to his channel. Let me go to his channel. He is from Russia. He has 836 subscribers. Please show him some love. And let's get him up there. Let's get him up to 1,000. He has 4,000 videos on his channel. So sub to his channel, check him out. He's from Russia. So he's always posting DX, medium wave DX, FM DX, medium wave VF, FM DX. I believe also DAB, even though he's in Russia, I believe he has DAB. Of course, shortwave. He does shortwave receptions and all that. He does also, I think, ham amateur radio receptions over there in Russia and all that. He's a cool guy. He's always commenting. He's always giving me thumbs up on my videos. I've been subscribing to his channel for a few years now. So definitely check out his channel and sub to his channel. He's gonna eventually he's gonna get 1,000 subs. So right now he's at 830. Let me see again. 836 subs. So he has quite a few radios. He has a lot of portable radios. So he also has the Quang Shang handheld, like the Quang Shang one. He posts a lot of long wave videos. Also, he posts. I see that he posted Russian Air Force channel, a shortwave shortwave station. Because he's in Russia, of course, and you know, it's nice to see other channels that are not in the U.S. from Russia. What you hear, FM band, the FM band, what they call that, the OIRT, which is like 64 kilohertz to 80. Anyway, their FM band. It's always cool to listen to this stuff, to watch this stuff from Russia. So definitely check out his channel and sub to his channel. So anyway, I'll reply later because there's a whole bunch of them. Somebody posted a comment on my Quang Shang UVK5. Repeater is Kilo Bravo 2 Oscar Juliet. KB2OOJ repeater from Cliffside Park, New Jersey. That repeater, I picked it up with the Quang Shang. Let me go get the Quang Shang. And hello, Miggy. I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. I know it's right here in the New York tri-state area. It's smoky. And anyway, this is the radio, the Quang Shang. So I made a video on this one. I was listening to repeater on 447.425 megahertz. Repeater from Cliffside Park, New Jersey, which is about, I'm going to say 14 miles away. 14, 15 miles away from here in Yonkers. So I made a video on that. It's right there. There's that video. Focus right there. I know my hand is shaking. I'm sorry about that, folks. My hand is shaking quite a bit. I was using orbital sander yesterday. And when you use an orbital sander, you get a tingling in your hand. It lasts for a while. I was using orbital sander and also what they call that, the multi-tool, the little electronic multi-tool, which tends to vibrate a lot. So my hands are a little tingly right now. So I don't know. My hands are not all there today. Anyway, that's the video right there. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to hopefully you can focus. Oh my God. Come on, can we focus? I mean, they're really killing me today with this focus stuff. Come on, bro. What is wrong with this? Let's see if it focuses. Anyway, I'm going to put it right there for a second. If it could. Problem is I'm moving too much, but my hands are shaking. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't right now. Anyway, right there. Quang Shang UV5 KB2OOJ repeater. Okay, so anyway, yeah, you can look at that video if you want to see it. Anyway, these two guys talking in Spanish. It's right there in New Jersey. They were talking Spanish. So I'm gonna read his comment now. Luis H. 19779. I use this repeater. I think this repeater is linked with the Dominican Republic repeater. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they were Dominican. I could tell it sounded Dominican. I hit it from the Bronx, New York. Okay, so yeah, okay, so cool. So he got it. So he lives in the Bronx and he heard that repeater too. Okay, cool. So yeah, so they were definitely talking in Spanish, and they sounded. I thought it was Puerto Rican, but definitely. So yeah, so you're gonna get a heart for that. Thumbs up. Yes, they sounded Dominican. Here you go. He's my Bronx guy coming out of me. Dominicano, Dominican. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your info. And thank you for watching. And have a great week. Excuse me. Week. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. So he used his repeater and he heard him and he got him from the Bronx. Okay. There you go. So hello, Mickey. I hope you're doing well. I don't know. Do you smell any wildfires down there in Virginia? They're all over here. Because we haven't had much rain in recent memory. So Royal Howard 2882. Great video. Thanks for posting it. I just received my ASH data D219 delivered from Amazon. And I love it. I decided to get this ASH data D220 also. It'll be here on August 13th. I was going to get it green color, but I also got it in yellow. Oh, cool. You got 5 thumbs up on that. Well, you're going to get 6 now. And you're going to get a heart. So, yeah, cool. They are great radios, especially for the price. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. There you go. So thank you, Royal Howard 2882 for the comment. All right, now we're getting into the video that I posted. Oh, that's David. David's radio room. Okay, so David's radio room. So anyway, David, he's usually on the live stream sometimes. Well, I don't say usually, but he is. He's been on the live stream quite a few times. It's about WCBS News Radio 880 ending news programming after 6 decades. I recorded the last hour of the channel of the station. Excuse me. So that video is the last hour of WCBS 880. So I got quite a few comments on that. So David Radio Room wrote that is a real shame. I used to listen to WCBS for decades, and they will be missed. What will happen to WFAN? Well, right now WFAN is still WFAN. Nothing that hasn't changed. It's on 660. WEPN is right now. That is on 1050. That is ESPN Radio, but that is a national ESPN Radio. The 881, it actually is called the Voice of the Mets. If I tell Alexa, to play the Voice of the Mets, it would tune to 880.
I met a voice radio from Danny's Spotify.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. I don't want no copyright. I try to whisper and she's still. So yeah, David. So 880 is going to be just the local ESPN. So it's ESPN New York. So I think that's what they promoting it as, ESPN New York, the Voice of the Mets. So it's local. I thought they were going to sell off the 1051 and maybe some other station would have bought that, but that's not the case. So 1050 is still WEPN, and it is the national ESPN, as opposed to 880, which is local. So yeah, so right now that somebody answered this comment, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but basically what I'm telling you, what I'm telling him now is what the guy answered the question. So FAN is not affected. FAN is not part of ESPN. FAN is a different company owns FAN 660. In fact, that's the competitor. FAN is ESPN's competitor on the radio dial. So so we have three sports stations. So 660 is WFAN, which is owned by, I believe, is the CBS Radio. Who owns WFAN? If anybody can post that here, please put it in the comment or in the live chat. FAN is not ESPN. It is, I think, either, I don't even know if it's CBS Sports Radio owns them. I don't forget who owns them. I believe they're just independent. I don't know which company owns FAN. But ESPN is 880. That is ESPN New York. So that is where the local teams are going to play at. For example, the Mets. I believe the New York Rangers are going to be on there. I don't know if Tasso's still on here. I don't know if he listens to that. And I think the Knicks, if I remember, or the Knicks, I believe. I know FAN, of course, is the Yankees. The home of the Yankees is WFAN. So 1050 is national. 1050 is of course 1050 Odyssey. I said Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey owns FAN. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tasso. Thank you for that. Yeah, so Odyssey owns us. So ESPN owns now. Well, not even own. By the way, ESPN does not own 880. It's leased. Odyssey is leasing that frequency to ESPN. So, I guess they have a contract, and maybe in a few years, if depending on the ratings and all that, but right, and of course they changed the call sign too. So yeah, it's a real shame. So I'm gonna give you a heart on that, David. I gave you a like. I'm also gonna reply to it. So FAN is not part of ESPN. A80 is now local ESPN NY, and 1050 is the national ESPN radio. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. All right, there you go. Yeah, so Odyssey. Okay, so thank you for that. Atoms Ham Radio. Yeah, he's another channel. If you want to watch his channel, I don't know how active he is on his channel now. He's another cool channel. I know he's been having some issues lately with his health. I need to get a new mouse. This mouse is really, wow, my son is really, what's going on upstairs? Yeah, I need to get a new mouse. This mouse is really damaged now. This right click doesn't work anymore. Let me just control and click. Okay, let me do it here. Let me see Adam's ham radio. I don't know. Oh, he did a live stream a few hours ago. Okay. Okay, so he's still posting videos. Okay. Yeah, so he's an amateur radio operator. He does a whole bunch of he has ham radio related content, shortwave radio. He has a lot of radios on his channel. I'm gonna post his link in the also in the. I have to use shortcut. Okay, let me see. Copy. So I'll post his link on here too. Atoms Ham Radio. This is his channel right here. He's been on Jill's live stream. He's been on I think he was on one my live stream once, maybe. I don't remember. But I know he's been on Jill's live stream quite a few times. So Adams Ham Radio, November 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha. And he has a lot of nice radios. He has old shortwave radios. He has a lot of stuff. I know he's been dealing with health issues lately. Quite a few health issues. So he has quite a few radios. So another radio channel if you want to check it out. All right. So he made a comment on the the unboxing of the Yaesu FT991A. The FT991A, not the A I have. So he has the original. He has the FT991. Okay, so you follow him. Okay, Mickey. Okay. Yeah, so he has the FT991, not the A. I don't know what I haven't even looked into that. What's the difference between the FT9911A and the original FT991? I don't know. So let me answer his question. Yes. I'm aware of the the original FT991. I need to look at what is the difference. I need to look into that. I just want to know why. What is the difference? What is the upgrade on the A to the this is the A version, the A, and that one he has the original one. Between them. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Yeah. Another comment from WCBS, the video that I made, the last hour of WCBS. So Keegan DX wrote, "That's a shame." I remember logging WCBS one night in around 2016, end of an era. Yeah. So, Miggy, I've been too busy for so long. I needed a freedom break. Yeah, I know. I know you're very busy. A lot of people are like that. They're busy with life. Me, I have the privilege and where I don't have to work so many hours anymore. Uh, Other than doing live streams, and my wife is off today. My son is not. My son, of course, is today's Sunday. They're upstairs. You hear my son playing. So So Keegan Diaz wrote, "That's a shame." I remember, like, yeah, I know it is a shame that WCBS is no longer. So somebody commented on that one. Believe me, the old radio days when radio was strong at 343 popular alternative. Yeah. Yeah, because I know on WCBS, toward the end of the channel, the end of the transmission, and then I said they mentioned to tune in 1010 wins. As they were going off the air, they were saying, for your news and information, please tune in to 1010 wins. So they were giving them I guess they were passing on the, like, okay, like we're not, before you had two choices. You had WCBS 880 for news and all 24 hours a day, or you had 1010 wins. We have two great news stations. Now we're down to 1010 wins. So it is kind of sad that now we're down to one. And of course, other cities since then has lost their 24-hour news I know I had a few comments on that. That some people lost their news channel recently, or they changed the format completely. Like they were news channel, either they went off the air or they just no longer 24-hour news. They just changed the format. Like what happened with this one, they changed over to now ESPN local sports, which is quite sad. Yeah. Mm. So let me just comment on Keegan's. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, Keegan. I know somebody asked me the other day if Keegan is okay, and he's fine. I think he just has something going on with his. I know his dad had yeah have health issues and all that, and I think he's just been busy too because he hasn't been uploading videos recently either and things like that. But the last time he was here was a few weeks ago, about three. It was around the playoff. I believe one of the playoff games. I was on at night and he showed up on the live stream. He was in the chat, and I think I think he's just taking a break. I don't think cause all of us things happen. We take our breaks. You know, some of us like I know it happened to me. You When I first started this channel, I was posting videos at a crazy rate, almost every. My first year of my channel, I think I probably close to 300 videos. In my first year, I would just and by the second year, I was starting to get burnout. I was starting to suffer from like burnout. I was just burning out because number one at that time, unlike now, I'm just me. That's it. I talk about radio, but we could talk about anything. At that time, I didn't have a live stream. I wasn't live streaming. I was still debating whether to do live stream. So I was getting to a point where I was running out of things to post. I was like, I don't want to keep posting the same regurgitating, you know, radio whatever, Radio Romania. Here you go, another reception of Radio Romania, and I didn't want my channel to turn into that because first of all, that's boring. To me, it was I was getting bored with it. I know when I went over 400 subscribers, I did my first live stream. It was only for 1 hour. I did it back then, and I was nervous as hell. Nervous to be in front of a camera. That was the first time I was in front of a camera live. I was nervous, but it turned out to be okay. After that, I didn't do a lot on my another live stream. Didn't take a few years later because at that time, what happened was at that time I went in there when I did the live stream. I went in there like I was trying to be like not really trying to be like somebody else, but I don't know. It just didn't feel. When I look at that video now, um, I was not ready to be live streaming. I was still on edge. I was nervous. I was really watching what I say. And then um, after that, I didn't do a live stream for a while. And I was itching to do a live stream again. But I really wanted to find. And then one thing happened, the pandemic. A couple of things happened. One, the pandemic. Number two, I got sick. Number three, I lost my voice. My voice was really bad for a few months. So I was saying to myself that if this voice ever comes back 100%, the hell with it, I'm going to do live streams again. And people are going to have to suck it up. That's it. They don't like me. They don't like me. That's it. And then another thing was a close call with my life. I had an anaphylactic. I had a anaphylactic episode where I stopped. I couldn't breathe for like 3 minutes. I couldn't breathe. I ate something and it gave me a reaction. My tongue swelled up. My airway swelled up and I couldn't breathe for 3 minutes. I was borderline. I was about to pass out. I could see the everything getting darker. And my wife thought I was choking on something, and I can't talk because I was like, we, I'm not trying to be funny about it, but I couldn't talk because something was, the airway was swelled up. It was a very mysterious thing. I think I know what happened. I know it was because I think it was a result of, it was a couple of months after I took my second shot. I'm going to blame it on that because I was never allergic to anything. And that day I was eating a bagel with cream cheese and I just happened to lick the cream cheese off the spoon. As I was spreading the cream cheese on the bagel, I licked the spoon. So as I licked the spoon, I started coughing uncontrollably. And then my airway got shut. And that's anaphylactic, that's called anaphylaxis. Some people break out in hives and all that. I didn't do that. My airway got constricted and I couldn't breathe. And I was here, and my wife thought I was choking on a piece of food. I wasn't. I wasn't choking. I was choking on my own airway. It swelled up. I couldn't breathe and I can't talk. When you can't breathe, you can't talk. You can't talk. So I'm just going like this, like I can't breathe. So my wife is telling me just to throw myself on the first she's telling me to put my arms up. I'm like looking at her like, are you fucking, I'm here, I'm about to die. And she's fucking telling me to put my arms up. What are you gonna like? I'm gonna flap like a chicken? Like put my arms up, what am I gonna flap? So it's already 2 minutes in, and I'm starting to see. My son is in the other room sleeping. This is early in the morning on a school day, and that was my breakfast. Having a bagel with orange juice. I was gonna. My son's in the room, so I guess he heard me and the commotion. But it's weird. You could feel the light. You could feel darkness starting to come in. Like this is my normal. You see, what is it, 270 degrees, whatever it is. It's starting to get dark. It's like you put your hands right here. It's getting dark now. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in the living room. I'm gonna die in front of my wife and my son in the next room. This the way I'm. Is this the way? Is this the last day for me? I'm really panicking now. Everything. My thoughts are racing in my mind that I'm gonna die right here. I got on my knees because everything's closing on me now. I'm starting to lose consciousness. So in my mind, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream as loud as I can," and I did. Even though I can't talk, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I was screaming like, "Ah!" Literally, "Ah!" And that I don't know that rush of whatever that screaming rush, opened up my airway. As soon as my airway opened up, it opened up. I could breathe again. So I don't know. Maybe it was the will of me when I looked at my wife and I can't breathe and I'm already 3 minutes in and that thought went through my head. I'm gonna die right here. I'm gonna die looking at my wife. And part of me say, "Fuck no, you're not gonna fucking die yet. You better fucking fight." So I just screamed off the top of my lungs, and I guess it's hard to explain. I guess the motion of me screaming forced the airway to open up. My airway opened up enough that all the air rushed in my lungs again. And I was already on my knees. So it's like, it's a crazy experience. So I don't want to say near death because I didn't go into unconsciousness yet, but I was this close to going into unconsciousness. I was about to go unconscious. And right there, the airway opened up. I was screaming like, "No!" Inside. I was screaming. And boom, it broke through. And it unlocked. It opened up the airway. and I started breathing again. And then I was coughing out some. I coughed out a little bit of blood, and right there, all the air started coming in again, and that's it. I didn't die. Obviously, I'm here. I didn't die. That's what it took. I think I'm looking at my wife and seeing the panic in her face that she couldn't do anything for me. My son is in the other room. I don't know if he was awake and he was just terrified in the bed. I don't know. But I was in that living room on my knees and I said, I'm gonna fucking die right here if I don't fight. Because before that, I didn't try to fight. I was just like, what the fuck? Like what the hell? Like, can somebody help me? Finally, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go out screaming. And that scream opened up my airway. That scream that you couldn't hear because I can't breathe forced my airway to open up. And that saved my life. That saved my life because I was already 3 minutes in. 6 minutes. If you don't breathe for 6 minutes, you're already getting brain damage. Usually 6 minutes. Usually, if 6 minutes, you're gonna die. Within 6 minutes of not breathing, usually you start. So I was already 3 minutes in. I was 3 minutes in, and I was looking at unconsciousness. I could see the darkness setting in, and I just said, "Fuck no, I'm not gonna fucking go out like this. I don't want to go out like this." My wife right there in the living room floor, and I screamed off the top of my lungs as much as I can, even though there was no air in there at that moment. But something forced that airway to open up. So after that thing happened, and of course I had a couple of close calls with the. I could feel my throat itching after eating. So for a while, I had to watch what I eat. I never got to take the allergy test. I should have done that. But I think it was I really strongly believe it was the shot. It was the second dose of the shot. I have not taken a shot since then. I'm not gonna take. I never took a booster. I'm not doing all that. The hell with that. I'm not. I'm fucking done with that shit. So of course they say that the shot eventually fades. When people take multiple shots of booster thing, in other words, it doesn't really work. But it did. I think it did mess with my. I think what happens is when you take these boosters, it puts your body in high alert. In high alert, like for example, your immunity system. I'm not a doctor, please, people, but your immune system is on high alert. It's like for example, when you get an allergic reaction like that, it's actually an autoimmune thing that happens. Is your body reacting to a foreign substance? In my case, it was the cream cheese. I like the cream cheese. I'm not allergic to anything, but I guess the shot put my body on high alert. It over, my immune system was way out of control. I'm hoping by now, since then, it suppressed it. But at that time, when I took that cream cheese, I never expected to have a reaction like that. I did not. And, I almost died because of it. And I looked it up. There is some people that die mysteriously of, anaphylaxis, and they never found a cause of it. They weren't allergic to anything. I remember watching on TV, Dr. G. There was an episode that a young woman, they were out drinking, partying, they were having beer, and she was in the back seat, and all suddenly she went to anaphylaxis. She couldn't breathe. So of course they tried to rush her to the hospital, but it was too late. She died I think she died like a day later. She broke out in hives and all that, and they never found out what was the cause of the allergic reaction. So they said there's a very small percentage of people that can get an anaphylaxis episode and not be allergic to anything. It just your body was on high alert that day or that moment, whatever, and that thing just triggered everything, all your autoimmune bells and whistles, and caused that to happen. It's unknown why some people actually have it to. I could have felt it. I probably fall in that category. I don't know. because I eat everything. I eat shellfish, seafood. I eat peanut butter. I'm not allergic to anything. When I tell you I'm not, I'm not. Milk, eggs. I'm not allergic to anything. And for that thing to happen to me, of course, I had one doctor tell me that as you get older, things change. And I never got to do my. I need to go to the doctor and do that test on my allergy, see if I'm allergic to it. But since then, I have eaten cream cheese. Like weeks later, I ate cream cheese again, and it didn't bother me. I believe it. I strongly believe it was the shot that wreaked havoc on my immune system, and it made it out of it was on high alert for a while. Now I have not taken one. I am not never going to take one. This was already not what 2.5 years ago. This happened. Right now, I'm allowed. Although I do have an EpiPen that I always take with me, just in case that ever happens again, because I do have an EpiPen. That is the shot that you take on your thigh in case that happens to you. So now I have an EpiPen that I take, and also a couple of times, like my throat was itching. The best thing for that also take Benadryl. Benadryl, any Benadryl, even the children's one, whatever. Just to put it, take a little swig of it, and a couple of times my throat was very itchy to the point where I felt like I was about to start coughing uncontrollably. As soon as I take Benadryl and Benadryl hit my tongue, it killed the attack. And I'm not a doctor, folks. I'm not saying I'm not giving medical advice, but that's my experience with that. If you feel like your throat is itchy and you start coughing uncontrollably after you ate something, that could be the beginning of an anaphylaxis attack or anaphylaxis episode, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, anaphylaxis. Um, take Benadryl. If you don't have the EpiPen, just take a swig of Benadryl. Let it hit. Benadryl works very, very well. It works fast. Benadryl. Okay, and when that after that happened to me, I said, "Fuck that! I'm doing live stream. I'm not gonna because that's from that day on. That was my new I don't want to call it birthday, but I almost died that day. It's February 22nd. I mean February 11th, 2022. That's the day that I almost died. February 11, 2022. So 2/11/22. That could have been my last day on this earth. And after that day, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna take
New
anything.
chat message.
I'm not gonna take that day for granted. I don't know who's sending me messages. Okay, somebody. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm running an unsupported version of Grid Track. Okay, thank you for. Yeah, I'm not gonna update it. No, so forget about that. Yeah, I'm running Grid Tracker, but they already asked you for update. Last time I updated my Grid Tracker, it messed up my. Yeah, so that was my. So after that day, I think my first live stream was a few months after that. I mean, my second live stream was a few months after that. Ever since then, I've been doing live streams on a regular basis now. I didn't take it for granted anymore. I said after that day, I'm not taking life for granted, and that's it. To me, that was my near death experience. Was February 11, 2022. Yeah. So let me read the comments here. Miggy. Yeah, I got radios that I like or wanted. You know my story for starting. Anyhow, I just need some free time to post some and do more. I do like model trains. Same thing. I love model trains. I want to set up a table eventually. I have model trains in a container that I want to showcase, and I want to build a layout. I do want to build a layout too. I'm not really switching up, but adding interest. Yeah. Mickey was up your way twice recently, Philly for a music show, and Lancaster, PA from that Amish buffet. Yeah. Wow. I need to. Well, I mean, I said about PA, but Pennsylvania came through in the election, so it seems to be Arizona still counting. But anyway, I learned a lot about that too. I think it's just by design. I know people say, why California and Arizona take so long? Actually, it's by design. It's not. People think it's just they don't know how to count votes. It's actually by design. So, and I don't want to get into that now. But yeah, yeah, terrible experience have been there. Also, you had anaphylaxis episode. Yeah, it's terrifying because you can't breathe. You can't breathe, and like I said, it was very scary. I thought I was gonna die that day. My last, like I said, I was in the living room and I'm looking at my wife, and my wife is panicking at this point. My son is in bed, and he probably hearing me, but he's probably terrified. He doesn't want to come out and see what's going on. And I'm there looking at them like, oh my god, I'm gonna die right here on this floor. I'm gonna die in this living room floor in front of my wife and kid. I was terrified of that, and something told me just don't go out like this. Fight. So I was like, I'm gonna scream off the top of my lungs, and I want to be heard. And it broke through. By me screaming, I broke through the blockage, whatever blockage was going on the airway, opened up. I don't know if it was a vibration of the scream, the whatever muscle contraction, whatever. The vibration of the scream maybe stimulated the airway to open up again, and that saved my life. So yeah, fish. Oh, that's what you ate, a fish. Oh, okay, seafood. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right, 2 hours and 41 minutes in the books, and 6 people watching. I normally like to mention watchers anymore because it's irrelevant to me. That number seems to fluctuate. So another comment, Julius May 8712. I wonder if Odyssey and I wonder will Odyssey and KYW News Radio after 59 years. Any comments? I don't know about KYW. That is the station in Philly, right? Is it all? Is all news? I didn't know it was all news. I because I don't pick up that station. Only DX, and then I hear KYW. Um, I don't know because Odyssey. One thing about Odyssey is that they when they went public with their stock a few years ago, um, their stock hasn't been doing well. Um, I know about a year ago, Odyssey stock really tanked to the point where they were going to file for bankruptcy. I believe I don't know if they did file for bankruptcy or something. I know it was chapter. I want to say chapter 11 because it's two. Not chapter 13. One of them is liquidation. It wasn't that one. I think it was chapter 11 or something. I think they were about to file for bankruptcy, or they did file for bankruptcy, and I think they were going to sell off a few stations or something because their stock really took a beating. So the one that we know WCBS, I believe leasing the line. I believe part of it was because of that. I think they're just trying to because they're publicly traded stock. Anything is possible. I mean, I never thought WCBS 880 was gonna go offline, was gonna change format. That hit us with a that was just all of a sudden, right away. It was not even like a month, what it was, a month and a half warning that it was gonna happen. So it was basically we're gonna end WCBS because we want to lease it to sports. Uh, Now, of course, some of it is because, for example, now, and I know it's economics, people. It's not. Yeah, believe me, it's all about economics. Uh, people say, why now we're gonna have 3 sports stations on AM down? Yeah, we do. In New York City area, 3 sports stations. One thing sports stations make money now is sports betting. New York State legalized sports betting a few years ago. So what you hear a lot on sports radio now, especially even the one in Buffalo, 1520 that I listen to late at night, the name of that station is called The Bet. MGM, right? MGM, the bet sports radio, right? 1520 WKOB in Buffalo, New York is called the bet. That's their slogan. Is what sports betting. New York State legalized sports betting a few years ago. So when you go to these sports stations now, a lot of it is sports betting ads. They have a lot of sponsors. A lot of them is sports betting. MGM. Uh, in every. All right, take care, Miggy, and good to see you again. It's sports betting. So unfortunately, there's a lot of sports betting. Gambling makes a lot of money. Same thing with the lottery. Lottery makes a lot of money for New York State. So sports betting, and when you compare that to WCBS 880, yeah, they do have ads. I noticed that some of the ads are very local ads. You can't compete with that. As opposed to sports betting, a sports betting app, people gambling their money away. I'm not into sports betting. I'm not gonna sit here and try to, I do like to gamble on the casino once in a while. I haven't done that in a few years. I do like playing a little slot machine and things like that, or video poker. That's my thing. That's it, and blackjack. That's it. I'm not a big into Years ago, my wife and I we used to go to casinos often enough, but not anymore. Especially since we have our son now. We just don't go to casinos. Last time I went to a casino was in Niagara Falls. When I went to Niagara Falls, I went by myself while my wife and son were sleeping in the hotel room. I went to a casino nearby. Played a couple of hours. That's it. Played little slots. That's it, and some video poker, and that's it. But now, it's big. It's gambling, but whether we want to admit it or not, it's big all over. Especially states that legalize sports betting. And now sports betting is even the NFL now actually embraced it now. So now when you see all these NFL all these NFL programs on TV, they show the over and under. They have an area where in the ticker, for example, this is sponsored by sports bet because sports betting now is a big sponsor to all that. So they got to go where the money is at. Sports betting. It's unfortunate. It's a byproduct of all this stuff. So for KYW News Radio, I don't know. I don't know if there's legalized sports betting in Pennsylvania. I don't know that. So I don't know. I don't know the local radio line up there in Pennsylvania. Excuse me, in Philadelphia. They're from Philly. Uh, but I don't know. I know, and plus in our case, we do have two. We had 10-10 wins also, so they do have competition. In Philly, if that's the only news radio station, 24-hour news, they might be okay for a while. So I can't answer that question. So I can't answer that question. Let me. Oh, somebody is. Let me do this first. Sorry. Yeah. So if we're not gonna know. I cannot. I'm gonna predict that, but it is economics. It's economics. If sports stations could make a lot more money than like FanDuel. That's another thing. Not only sports, fantasy football, things like that. People, that's gonna, fantasy football is a big one. People play that too. He's not betting, but they do win. You can win prizes there too, cash prizes or whatever. I'm not into all that fantasy football and all that. I don't really care about all that. But that's something that's been around for a few years. That's very popular on the sports stations. Is fantasy football, and of course now sports betting, especially here in New York. We do have legalized sports betting here. So all that is just bringing in the money. For one, New York State, because they get taxes for that. They get the revenue for that, for sports betting. And of course, So yeah. So anybody want to chime in? Please feel free. I'm just answering her question right here. So I'm just gonna say, yeah. However, sports stations tend to make more money than a 24-hour news station. Uh, that is the nature. Plus, their stock is not. I'm answering her a long question, but you know what? I do this once in a while. I usually don't answer a lot of long questions and questions anymore. 'Cause I just don't have the time. But I'm doing this part of the live stream, so that's why I'm answering a question now. Because this is what I want to do on a regular basis now. When people put comments, some of them I'll reply right away, but most of them I'm gonna let them sit there for until there's a certain amount, and then I'll answer some on a live stream. I just thought about that because I was gonna start this morning. I actually was gonna start catching on comments. I said, you know what, I'm gonna live stream and do this. That way, I can have a live stream. We could chime in, but also I'm going to answer viewer comments and questions. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Okay, one more. There we go. Oh, one more. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my comment. Any question? Any comments? Yeah, so I can't answer that question. However, like I said, sports stations, it's true. Sports stations are going to make more money than a news station now. When I listen to 1010 Wins, you when you listen to your station, listen to their ads. I know somebody complained. Well, I don't want to say complain, but somebody mentioned about ads earlier. Ads is what. Listen, here in radio, every medium, every if you have every server. When I done web hosting for I hosted websites. Everything to make money is ads. Makes the money. So when you listen to 1010 Wins, listen to their ads. If you notice, their ads are local businesses and things like that. They don't have like big national ads or major company, like a major sponsor. That tells you a lot about the company if they're making, you know, and that's not the only barometer. But I think that by listening to it, you can tell if this company, So when you're going up against FanDuel, MGM, which is a big casino stock, MGM. When I say stock, I'm talking about company, MGM, and MGM owns, uh, sports betting and things like that. That's a big deal. That's big money. You can't compete with a local business ad. Local business ad or roofing company, whatever. You can't compete that ad with MGM sports betting or something. You're not going to compete with that. So of course, you're going to want to go to the bigger fish. You know. So yeah. Yeah. So another question here. Congrats on the new transceiver. This is a UGSI. I'm gonna pronounce it UG R. Congrats on the new transceiver. I wish you many hours of enjoyment. Beautiful. Now to get that general license and you are set. No, I don't agree. I'm set now. I enjoy the. I don't have a light. I don't have a general, but I still get many. I still enjoy my radio as is. 10 meters is very good. Of course, I also bought this transceiver because of C4 FM, which is digital voice mode. on VHF, UHF. So, and again, I know people always say that, now go get your general. No, eventually I will let you get general. And I agree with the other part of it. I'm currently studying for my general. I cannot wait. Well, yeah, I could wait. It's not easy, but well worth it. Yeah, I wanted to get my general at some point, but I'm studying. I practiced last night a couple of times. I didn't do too well, so I started forgetting what I already practiced. Problem with the general is I'm gonna say for me the general it's a lot harder than the technician. It is a lot harder, and I'm gonna say something that people might not like it. I think some of those questions are irrelevant now, especially the parts about the radio stuff like the. A lot of us are not gonna open up a 1200 radio, a $1,200 transceiver like this one. $1,200 transceiver like this. I am not gonna open this to fix it. So these questions that start asking about the radio itself, um, those radios to me are not relevant in today. A lot of people just want to get on the air, like me. I just want to be on the air. I don't care about if this radio, if one particular portion of the radio, and all this stuff. That was good back in the days when you could open up a radio and fix it. These radios now are very complicated to fix. The electronics on this radio is not your Halicrafters model whatever from back in the last century. I'm sorry. That is not the case. These radios now are very complicated. You're not gonna go in there with a little welding thing and fix shit. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. These radios are very complicated. So no way in the world I'm gonna open up this radio and try to figure it out. You know, Now an old Halicrafters tube radio transceiver, whatever type deal, you might open those up and you might be able to mess around with it. Not this one. I'm not gonna open this up and try to. No, I'm not doing all that. Sorry. I'm sorry. So to me, some of those questions are not relevant anymore. They're not really relevant to the time. So questions like that, I really think they should just. Although not for me because I can answer those questions. There are other questions that are kind of, and some questions are very boring topics that I don't really want to study it, and that's the other reason. But I understand that it's part of the test, and eventually I will get the test and pass it and all that. Another thing is for me was I did study for the last test, and at that time I should have took it when I was ready for it, and I did pass the practice. However, they changed the questions now in 2020, last year, 2023, last summer, not this past summer. So 2023 is when they updated. So now I had to get the book for that one, and I'm studying that one now. So yeah, but I'm not rushing to get it. I'll get it when I'm ready. That's it. If you look at my QRZ right now, I accomplished a lot on the technician. I got 100 countries already. I got over 108 countries confirmed. I'll show you just to show you what I. Let me bring it over here. Actually, I'm gonna bring this tab over here. I'm gonna show you. So I don't agree with that statement because I'll show you why. I'll tell you why. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you people that a technician can do a lot. I'm gonna show you why. Here we go. I'm gonna show you. Right now I am a technician level license. Right. Let me just refresh this. Let me close this guy. Okay. First of all, let me take care of this business here because this guy is just okay. Roger, Roger. Let me Roger this first. There we go. Okay, because this guy's not answering back, and okay, and I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna transmit right now. I'm gonna cover this point. This is a question and answer thing, so I'm gonna cover this point. Okay, here we go. I'm a technician level licensed guy. Let me move this keyboard forward. Let me move it to the middle of the screen so you can see. I got all 50 states. See the badge? I got a DX100. That means I worked 100 countries confirmed. I got the continents of the world. That means I worked every continent. According to QRZ, I got every continent of the world. These awards are not, they're not, and especially these two, they're not easy to get. They're not easy to get. I did it as a technician. Okay? 2 years. I'm not very active. I take breaks for months at a time. The longest break I ever took was maybe 2 months. I didn't even do no, and or many weeks at a time. So I did this in under 2 years. These two. Again, I'm a technician. Right? And when you go into, I'm going to show you. I'm going to compare this to people that are ranked where I'm at, and a lot of them are going to be generals, and actually a lot of them are going to be extra. I'll take that back. I'm going to show you. We're going to go to right here. So 3,993 QSOs. I'm approaching 2,000 confirmed. This is under 2 years. I worked 131 countries. 108 of them are confirmed. So let's check that out. We go to awards. I'm going to pick this one, not the QRP one. So, of course, I got all 50 states. Right? All 50 states. Boom. So I got all 50 states. Now we're going to do the DX world. So I got 108. 108 countries. This is not a general. This is a technician doing this. Okay? So when people keep telling me I need to get my general, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, to get the general to do HF. To do, the other bands on HF. I worked on 10 meters HF. I do a lot on 10 meters. I did a live stream. My last live stream, I was on 10 meters. I was speaking to people in Russia, from Yonkers, Lithuania, Germany. So you know what? I was doing fine on 10 meters. I could go on SS on single sideband right now on the calling frequency. I could talk to anybody in the world, around the world, if I want to, on 10 meters. It's just on 10 meters. Okay. Now 10 meters is one of those bands that you cannot be on all night. 10 meters usually cuts off as soon as the sun goes down. 10 meters is gone, and that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm okay with that for now. So if you keep saying that a general, you need a general, you don't know what you're talking about. Because I did this, I'm doing this with a technician license. Okay, 108 countries right now, under 2 years, with a tech license. Okay, and all these ones right now, Master Europe, I'm 4 away from that one. All of Europe is green. I need 4 more countries, and that's it. And I'm going to be the Master of Europe. This is what a technician license, people. This is not a general. There you go. 94% done. 62 out of 66 countries. I have the Master of Europe. Okay? This is what a technician license, people. Again, when people write this stuff about, you need a general. No, you don't. You don't need a general. You don't need a general. Majority of them are going to be FTA and single sideband 10 meters. A few of them, I got them through DMR, VHF, UHF. And believe me, you can get them all on HF on 10 meters. So you don't have to. If I was doing CW, I could have got even more. Right now, I'm starting to learn CW. On CW, I could work more bands on HF. Okay? But look at all of this. This is all technician. This is technician, people. This is technician. This is not general. Okay. So when people keep posting this stuff, they really don't know what they're talking about. They're stuck with that mindset like, oh, everything has to be HF. Everything has to be 20 meters. 20 meters is the most popular because you can go all night on 20 meters. That's the only reason why it's popular. There is downsides to 20 meters for me is noise. It's noise. Okay? And the same thing with other countries. North America, I'm what? 17 away from that one. 17 away. Okay? So if you go to North America, I'm almost done. I just need a few of these countries right here in the Central America and a bunch of islands, and that's it. I'll be master for North America. All of this with a technician license, people. I'm not a general. I am not a general. I'm gonna keep saying it. I am not a general. I'm a technician. South America, same thing. 12 away from that one. Okay, this is all technician. This is all technician. This is not a general. You know. Again, when people keep saying you need to be a general, that is not true. You can do all this with a technician license. Right now in Central America, I just need a couple of islands. And what else? I got Guyana, Suriname. No, French Guyana. I got Suriname confirmed already. Guyana, French Guyana, Bolivia, and Paraguay. That's it for the big South America. And then a bunch of little islands. That's it. A couple of little islands. I believe Galapagos or something. I forgot what island. I got the Falkland Islands not recently. I know I got the Falklands. You go see Falkland Island. I even got the Falkland Islands on 10 meters. Okay? 10 meters. Falkland Islands. I got it last week. Again, when people say you need a general, no, you don't need a general to do everything with a technician. It's just you're limited to one HF band right now on voice and digital. Now, if you happen to learn CW, you can do a lot more. And that's what I'm, like I said, I just started, I'm trying to, oh, sorry, I'm trying to take over the camera. Sorry about that. Here we go. See, I'm starting to practice. Eventually, I will learn CW. One day I will get the general. But again, I want people to stop with that mindset about that because um, people get discouraged. You're discouraging people when you say that. Like you're discouraging them out of the hobby. When you say, oh, you don't get the general, you're not really enjoying the hobby. That's not true. I'm enjoying the hobby very much as a tech. Okay? And I'm going to show you the leaderboard. I'm doing all this with a technician. Let's look at the leaderboard. Let's look at the leaderboard. So right now, of course, these are the top people on QRZ. Okay. I'm going to show my standing. Let me click on all of them, my standing. My standing. Yeah, I'm not up there, but look, I'm going to show you something. I want you to see something here. I really want you to see this. I'm a technician level license. I have 1,900 confirmed QSOs. All right, let's start with this category. Most confirmed QSOs, 1,901 I have, right? I'm not looking at the ranking. I'm at 40,000, so I don't care about that. But I want you to see something. This is a technician license guy, right? The guys above me, a lot of them are what? It's gonna open up a new thing, right? Let's see what this guy has. This guy's a general. Okay. This is who. So I have 1,900 QSOs, and I'm doing it as a technician. This guy's a general. That's one. Let's see another American. Let's see this guy. He's at 1895. So I should have more than this one and this one right now. They just haven't updated me, put me higher on the list. Another guy, 1895 QSOs, right? I have him in 1903, whatever it is now. Let's see this guy. Let me see his detail. Oh, he's a technician, so this guy's pretty good. Okay, so this guy's a technician. Okay, so he has a different call sign because his call sign is 5. So okay, so this guy probably has what do they call that? either vanity or maybe something like a generation thing. So he passed somebody. He acquired a call sign from probably somebody, dad or whatever. So that's like he's the exception. What I'm trying to say is usually people above you at this point are either extras or generals. There's not too many technicians that have right even the countries, 108 countries, right? Let me see. There's nobody here American that's above right now, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Most banned countries work. So I'm at 146. So let me see this guy over here. I'm gonna actually let me go with this guy. This guy might be a technician. Let me see. Uh Detail. No, he's an extra. He's an extra. So an extra worked as many countries as I did. Again, I am not a general. I'm not an extra. What I'm trying to say is you can get the most out of your license is if you want to get the most out of your license. Don't let people tell you that, oh, you're a technician. You can't do anything with that license. You only stuck to repeaters. No, I don't. I tell you why, because I don't be on repeaters. I rarely connect to a repeater. So either I'm communicating on FT8 or FT4 on HF on 10 meters, or I do single sideband voice. I did it my last live stream. I spoke to about 5 people on single sideband, and I could have spoke to a lot more people. If I stay on single sideband all day on 10 meters right now, I could make a lot of contacts on it. I'm just not a single sideband type of guy to be on it all the time. That's just me. That's it. The majority of my contact is going to be FT8, FT8, FT4, right? FT8, FT4. That's the majority of people's contacts right now are going to be FT8, FT4. And Mariner, oh my, I'm going to try this one. Mariner, oh Jesus, it went away. My God. Anyway, let me go back to FT8, FT4, right? So in other words, my numbers, the numbers that I have at QRZ, when you compare to my counterparts, a lot of them are extras and generals that put up the numbers that I'm putting up now. In terms of countries, I'm filling up those maps fast right now. One, because there's techniques that you learn. You have to know about propagation. You got to know what time of the day if you want to pick up these countries, and so on. That's something you gotta learn by doing. You don't learn that by reading a book. You learn that by doing it. I sometimes I'll come out here at 7 o'clock in the morning. As soon as the sun come up, and I'm on FTA, boom, I'm getting all of Eastern Europe into Western Asia. That stuff you get that during that time of the day. That's it. And then as the day progresses, so on. Okay. You have to, you're not gonna learn this by just reading a freaking book. It doesn't happen that way. You have to learn that by experience. You learn that by experience. So when I look at my QRZ now, when I look at the leaderboard, when I look at my numbers, I say, okay, who's above me? That's American. That's the American, call sign. And I start looking at them. A lot of them are extras and generals. Very few technicians actually, because you know what? I'm gonna be the exception. I made it clear when I got my license. People kept telling me, "Oh, now get off the repeater and get your general." That's a bunch of bullshit. You don't need to get your general. You want to do enough HF just to wet your beak. Technician is fine. 10 meters. Now I know people say, "Oh, the solar cycle, whatever." In the 2 more years, the 10 meters is unusable. Well, I haven't crossed that bridge yet. I'm not worried about that now. There's a couple of things that might happen by then. One, well, by then, hopefully, I'll get my general anyway because I'll pass the test. But two, there is a proposal already that they've been talking about for the last couple of years to expand the bands, expand, for technicians because of FT8 now, and the older operators that are leaving us because of age, because they're passing on some. There is the void you got to fill up. You got to fill up that void for those bands. And if you don't have a certain representation of operator, regardless of what class they are, in terms of the exam of the level, you're gonna lose that band. You're gonna lose that band. He's gonna be a dead band if you don't have, because you're losing more people that are coming in. And when the ones that come in, if your greeting to them is "go get your repeater" or whatever, that's not helpful. That is not helpful. You know. So people that watch my channel, when I show them this stuff, is to remind them that you know what, you don't need to get your general right now. Stop putting that shit in their head that they need to get their general right away. I've been a technician now for 2 years, and I'm enjoying it now. I'm actually learning a lot more now. Have I would have got my general, I probably would have been jumped. I probably would have jumped down to HF and never cared about anything on VHF, UHF. And there is a lot to learn on VHF, UHF. Just like I learned about digital voice, how to set up, how to do DMR, because that is a learning curve for DMR. Right, there's my DMR radio right there. That is a learning curve. There is a learning curve to that. Have I would have got my general right away, I probably would have never dove into DMR. And also C4FM. C4FM. Okay? There's other channels out there that they Shortwave channel and whatever, and they have their license, whatever. They never delved into DMR yet. For whatever reason. Because you guys said the VHF, UHF has a stigma that it's for technician class license. That's it. We don't care about that. We want to talk around the world on HF. You can still do that on 10 meters. So I killed all those arguments. Just look at all the countries that I got now. I killed that argument. I slayed that argument. I'm doing it on 10 for the last couple of years. All right? I slayed that argument. Without doing it on voice, it's first of all, you got to know how to set your stuff up. My antenna right now, I'm using 82 feet of wire to be exact. On a 49-to-1 onion that I bought from Amazon. And that antenna between that one and my old NFED, that was when I bought on eBay. I worked over 130 countries right now in less than 2 years. So don't tell me anything about antennas, about all this shit, because that's a bunch of bullshit. You gotta be fucking general to do that. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why, because there was one guy that was a general that used to be in it all the time, and he was always nagging the shit out of me with questions. And my thing is, you're a freaking general. You asking me about antenna questions? Please. And this is right after I got my tech license. So please, just because you're a general doesn't mean you know more than the next person. So just stop that. Please. I got Bolivia now. I need Bolivia. So let me get Bolivia. He just came on Bolivia. Let me see if I can make a contact with Bolivia. I really need Bolivia. I'm trying to round up South America too. And that goes to show you. And same thing with FTA. I'm at FTA a lot. I see there's patterns that you see over time. All these people that on an HF down there on 20 meters, there's more people on 20 meters. Sometimes they come up to 10 meters. Everybody that's a general wants to do 10 meters. You know what they call 10 meters? Don't they call it the fun band? Is it a nickname for it, the fun band or something? Another thing about getting your technician license, and you only want to work 10 meters. With 10 meters, you don't need a super duper long antenna. You could do 10 meters with a whip. So for all you people out there that HOA and all that stuff, you're better off with a technician license, and that's it. Because you can't put 80 feet of wire, unlike I can in my backyard. I can put 80 feet of wire running up on a tree. If you live in an HOA, you're restricted. So you know what? Just doing 10 meters might be enough for you on HF. And you know what? You don't need 80 feet of wire to do 10 meters. You could do 10 meters on a whip antenna. Okay? On a whip antenna, you could do 10 meters. You know? Or disco. Disco. I don't have it because my disco doesn't tune well. But or an old CB antenna. You might have to cut it a little bit, or whatever. You know, you can use a CB antenna type. Cut it to do 10 meters or something like that. So you don't need, of course, the lower band you go. For example, the long wire that I have, 82 feet of wire. If I want to go down to, for example, 80 meters, you know, or 40 meters, you can't do that with a whip antenna. Good luck on that. You have to do it with a longer wire antenna or a dipole or something or whatever. With 10 meters, you don't have to. You can use a whip. Put a whip up on. You can put a whip right outside you. I know my radio DX has done that. He has a whip antenna. He's a collapsible whip antenna. I think it's MFJ the one he has. I forgot what he has. He has a whip antenna. That's what he uses. He uses that for HF. He has a very modest setup. Or the loop. He has a loop. I know he also has a loop. So, when people say this stuff, they don't know what they're talking about. They're too fixated on what other people tell them. Other people tell them, oh, you want to hang out with us, you need to come down to 20 meters. Let me tell you something. By the time I get my general, I'll probably accomplish every single thing on QRZ. Okay? All those achievements that you see on QRZ, I think by the time I get my general, all those things are going to be checked off. The exception of maybe, I know Europe is going to be checked off soon. North America is going to get checked off sooner. South America, I got those 3 major continents that are going to be checked off. And then Asia, even if you get a general, Asia is still hard to work with no matter what. I got a few out of 10. So Asia might be the next one after that. The hardest two are going to be for anybody. The hardest two are always going to be for anybody. It's going to be Africa, because Africa is just because a lot of countries that just don't come on, and the ones that come on, they don't, So Africa, I think, is the hardest achievement to get all, Master of Africa or whatever. Oceania is, I want to say semi-hard, but it couldn't be because of a lot of islands, a lot of Pacific islands. But I've seen quite a few under around 10. So I think Oceania is more doable than Africa. I think Africa is the one that's going to be, because I already see it. Oceania, I have how many countries now? Let me check. I know Africa is the one that's really, really slim pickings. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Let me pick the logbook. Okay. Master of Communication, Oceania. I have what? 13 countries out of 60. So I'm in double digits in Oceania. So I'm at least double digits. On Africa, I know I'm not double digits. I only have 7 countries in Africa. And there's 76 countries to get that one. You need 76. So that one is going to be hard to achieve. And that's any level. That's even if you're a general, it's still going to be hard to get. Africa is very difficult. So in that order, I think, Europe, South America, North America, you can swap those two. Asia, then it's going to be Oceania, because Oceania, Asia, you can easily, because I've seen another island right now, Mariana Island. I just saw it right now on 10 meters. Africa is the difficult one. So just because you get a general doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get more countries. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is not true. I've proven that in this channel. I've proven that in this channel. Right now, I'm trying to get Bolivia on 10 meters. There's a queue right now. A queue means that everybody's trying to contact the same station. So right now I'm just sending, and what they do, when when it's a queue, it's like a pileup. It's the equivalent of a pileup on FT8. So that means right now he's working an American station. As soon as he's done, there's another station, another station. And when I get my turn, then he'll work me. That's the way that works on FT8. Okay, that's how you make your contact. Sometimes you gotta keep sending and you wait. And now he might hear me, he might not hear me. But right now, the fact that I see him on my call, wow, so that means that he could probably hear me and I can hear him. And the report is right there. Actually, he can hear me and I can hear. But right now, there's a pileup on that one because that's Bolivia. Bolivia doesn't come on often, and I need that Bolivian station for South America. I need that Bolivian station, so I'm gonna stay on that one for a while. I usually it usually take about 10 minutes sometimes. Usually I wait 10 minutes the most, depending. That's the most I waited for a country to get through. I think that was Saint Lucia the other Saint Lucia. I had to wait like 5 minutes. People came, and then finally he got through me, and then boom. And same thing with Chatham Island. That was another one that I had to wait. And also Falklands. The Falklands when they came on, I had to wait. Sometimes you gotta this stuff you're not gonna learn by just this stuff you have to learn as trial and error. So now I know when I see a country like that, and you contact it, and I got contact you. Sometimes they have a queue, and you have to wait. There's a certain number of people, and they usually work one at a time. That's the way it is. You have to work one at a time. So right now it disappeared off my screen, but I gotta wait again because sometimes they disappear. They come back on because sometimes, for whatever reason, sometimes they time out on there's timeout that goes on here. Sometimes they time out, so you got to factor that in. When you do this over and over, you kind of know already. There's a thing that these little intricacies of why they went off. So right now he probably timed out. Now he needs to or sometimes he just left. If he leaves, that's it. But I'm gonna send it a few more times, and then I'll go back to sending out CQ. And this is Grid Tracker. It's another program that you can use with Grid Tracker is actually better because it displays it right here, and it kind of highlights what you still need. Like I need this grid. This grid, when it's lit up like that means I haven't got this grid confirmed yet, or this one. All these countries already confirmed. That's why they're not lit up. So you know this stuff by doing it over and over, and you learn. It's not stuff you're gonna read in a book. So when you take that test, you're not gonna see all this test. It's stuff you learn by doing. So I can say I'm very, very good at this software. How it works, how to use it to your advantage. So right now it looks like he's not coming back. So that's it. I gave it a few tries. So let me go back to sending out CQ. So there you go. So I was trying to get Bolivia. So So yeah, so this is what you do. You learn. Now, like I said, I wish they would either expand the HF, but eventually I get my general. That's what I'm saying. That by the time I get my general, I already achieved all the major achievements I already achieved. I already got all 50 states. I already got the continents, worked on every continent, and I already got the DX 100 countries. I think by the time I get my general, I might be approaching 200 countries. Right now I'm at 131 that I worked on, 108 confirmed. So I got 131 countries under my belt in less than 2 years of doing this. So I'm telling you, don't be fooled, people. Stop believing in this stuff that you need a general license to do a lot of stuff. No, I'm doing it with a tech. Okay? If what you put into it is what you get out of it. Okay? So, 10 meters, it works well for me. Can I do 10 meters all day, all night? No. 10 meters, I can do 10 meters until when the sun goes down, maybe another hour after the sun goes down, then you can nobody's gonna hear, then that's it. So it's one of those bands that you only could work during the day. That's the difference between a 10-meter band, 20-meter band. You can work late. You know, you'll see it when you. I'll show you. For example, you know, here, see, it's one of those bands that you can work at night. See right here. When you look at this solar terrestrial data thingy, right? You see, 10 meters right now, and right now it's not even good condition. It's fair, but at night it's poor. Yeah, because it's one of those bands that at night. It's one of those bands that at night you're gonna be able to work on it anyway. So from 12 to 10 meters, it's not really usable at night anyway. 17 to 15 you can, and 30 to 20 you can. Okay, especially 30 to 20. Usually that is usually always. It's one of the few bands that you can do both day and night. That's why it's very popular. You know, it is popular. Okay, let me put it over here because I don't want that light to hit it. I'm sorry. But that's why a lot of people like it because you can be on it all day, all night, and make contacts. You know, that's the big thing. And also, I noticed there's a season. There is a season. Now that I've been doing this for about 2 years now, I noticed a pattern. There is a season. 20 meters you can do all year round. On 10 meters, in the summertime, is not that good. Right now is the best time all the way until maybe early spring. For me, I noticed my experience the last couple of years has been around by the end of March to April. That's when it really starts dying down. It's more difficult. 10 meters usually fade. It's not that good. When it gets hotter in the summertime, and 10 meters. I mean, you're gonna get good days and bad days. You're gonna get some days in there, but not every day. Now it's very good time when the weather's like this in the fall. Has to do with the the position of the earth toward the sun and all that. I don't want to get into that. And I'm not very knowledgeable about that anyway. But it has to do with that. So it's a seasonal thing. So that is another thing about it. It is seasonal. So I don't mind that either. You know, uh, like I said, I have VHF, UHF. I do. That's what I do in the summer anyway. Remember, in summer I also have other things. FMDXing in the summertime you can do things like that, and you got sporadic key stuff too. Yeah. So we need to stop discouraging people from just getting their technician. Don't have that anxiety that, oh, I got a technician now, I gotta get my general. No, I say enjoy it, learn, get the most out of your technician license. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting the most out of it. I get the most out of it. I got quite a few achievements already. And like I said, by the time I get my general, I'm gonna have probably every major achievement on QRZ for the mix, the 10 meter, and all that. I have, countries and so on. So don't be fooled by that. All right, I'm gonna sign off now. I've been on for 3 hours and 33 minutes. I did a little Q&A here with the my subscribers and people left comments. Thank you for that. And thank you everybody for in the chat. It is 3 local time. It's 3:23 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna sign off now. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day, and I hope I may be back. If not tomorrow, maybe on Tuesday. I don't know yet. Let's see. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you, Tasso, for the super chat. And I'm gonna sign off now. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and please like and subscribe and share the videos. Have a great week. Bye bye.